No, but you could do it. You could pull off. I would want to be the god character
of a slow spiral of a. You know. Why do people even need gluten? You should make a rule about that. You should write down 12 rules. Gluten, none of that first. Second rule. Elvis is Jesus. He was the real one.
He was the real one. He was my fourth incarnation.
Yeah. The other ones, Sam Shepard and Vishnu and you remember
Master Chief from Halo 2. That was
Halo 2.
And they all speak in Elvis voices.
And they all speak.
Didn't
you think it was weird that in the second game he had this Elvis accent going on? Like,
it's weird no one else picked up on that.
Yeah.
That's why it's the best in the series.
That's why it is. God had it.
It was God had a hand in it.
Yeah.
It, like that video game, the Constitution of the United States of America, and
the gold plates that were found in 1918.
1923. Oh man!
I've ruined the joke by forgetting the date, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, welcome to a very special edition of Storyteller Cast. We have our first guest writer, who's better than our last guest, Corey, in every single way.
Oh my god.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm like fully on board. That asshole wanted me to go to a thing on Monday, and I had a job.
Ugh.
And then that job got canceled at the last minute, so maybe I could have gone, but fuck that guy.
Garbage people trying to involve you in their social life? Ugh.
Oh no.
Who would want that?
Probably wants me to talk about Power Rangers the entire time.
Oh my gosh. I really want to know what he thinks about our conversation about.
Yeah, I don't know if he even fucking listened to that episode, like you're talking about. In case I don't know if, we had a guy on here named Corey. He's the head of, like, Go Mango podcast. And all they do is, what they do is they talk about a bunch of stuff. Mainly Sentai stuff. They're super into, like, Power Rangers and, like, Kamen Rider. But they've been doing a lot of anime, like, follow-ups to, like, some of the bigger stuff. Mm-hmm. I haven't listened because I don't like supporting him. Because
I am an island.
Yeah.
I am success by myself.
That is an anime.
It's a Japanese cartoon.
No, I know what it is.
It's
No, I was gonna go somewhere, but okay.
It's an elaborate claymation. It's
it's porn.
It's King of the Hill, but better.
Wait,
hang on.
How is that pot? How? What?
It's.
Oh my god.
I'm now imagining.
It's got gravity-defying boobs. Oh my god.
That's
Everyone
like the whole.
talks in helium voices.
Yeah.
Some more tentacles.
I'm troubled by how often I've seen like so many GIFs that are clearly from different shows. So it's not. It can't just. One was from High School of the Dead, which is
but that's like famous for.
That's very famous
for that.
That
but
kind of
for
stuff.
the bullet through the boobs.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah. That
every day I feel like someone sends me that gift.
What's better, Bloodborne, ragdoll physics, or boob physics?
Oh wow! Talk about Sophie's choice.
Well, one of them is obviously selling more than the Bloodborne ragdoll.
Yeah.
Physics, so
I mean,
I have to go.
I mean, there's a warm spot in my heart for the boobs, just because
because you get those gifts every day.
Because you get your gifts every day. Just because, I remember being a kid.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hey, let him finish. Go ahead.
I'm kind of scared now.
No, when you see your first anime and then you have no experience of the world and you're like, well, I guess that's how life is. And then
that's how that works.
Yeah, that's how that really works.
Yeah.
If I fired a gun at someone, they could do that. They could really do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
For one is blue, the other one's Bloodborne. So.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, no.
See, but ragdoll physics in Bloodborne is like the fucking best.
Yeah.
You don't get it, Ian. Like when you're playing that game and you just get a dead body somehow wrangled onto your character. Oh, you have a good 5 minutes of just pure joy of rolling around with it. Every single time. And almost every character is like that, except for the really big ones. Because they would just break the game.
Right.
So.
Mm.
Oh my god, I forgot to introduce.
Oh, right, yeah, yes!
Oh yeah. Boob
I
physics.
started.
Real boob physics.
And,
We
Yeah.
got too involved in boob physics.
yeah. So yeah, Carissa Tang is here. She wrote Glyph, which was the last. I know, just
Those sarcastic
Wow.
sounding clapping. That's great.
that thing that made us work and do what we wanted to do with the podcast.
Mm.
It's like,
Uh,
do I start doing Jeb Bush voices? Please, yeah.
Oh my god, is that where that comes from?
Yeah.
Or is that why you've been saying please laugh?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? I just thought like,
Wait, that was just desperate. Like.
yeah, I thought it was part of the joke.
It's the funny. No, it's the. Yeah, it's amazing when you watch him.
No, you're right. It's hilarious. I thought you came up with that.
No.
It's the most dejected. Please do something.
Please,
Please
please,
acknowledge me.
please affirm that
You
I'm.
can't
worth
have dead
something.
air.
Please know that I exist.
Everything about, but like the context of that clip also is
Yeah.
amazing.
And everyone
Well, now
is
I have to
into
fucking
shit.
watch
Just
it.
no one gives a. Everyone's at the thing with Jeb exclamation mark, and no one like, I want to hear more outrageous
It's gonna
things
sound
from a
really
racist
bad. I'm
pumpkin.
gonna move the
Alright,
mic.
That sounds more
Yeah.
fun.
This way. No, keep talking. It's gonna sound really bad
but-
on their end.
It's like static.
Yeah,
Static.
it's like
Oh my god.
Mm.
And
But
that was boob physics.
that was
That was-
perfect. That's what it sounds like on mic.
You're welcome.
That's how they get those sound effects.
That's not what I thought.
They just wiggle the table.
We're professional Foley artists.
Yeah.
This is
I'm glad we're getting to the anime boo physics like already.
right off the
Can we
bat.
talk?
Yeah.
Let us talk about Sekiri and Bible Black now.
Oh, come on.
I'll do it.
this
Let's
is.
do it. I'll do one right now.
Oh man. This is
You don't know, Nick's been fighting for us to do commentary on like Bible Black.
No.
Ever
Yeah.
since we did
No!
commentary
Do a deep
on Fully
analysis.
Fully.
I don't want. No.
Watch the milk scene if you want.
No. That is specifically the thing I don't want to talk about at all. Was because I. So when we were.
Yeah, explain it to her.
Collect your thoughts.
when we did the first episode of this,
Yes.
we talked about the world according to Garp.
Yeah, we did. Holy shit, I can't.
Oh yeah.
I forgot we had talked about that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember the part of that conversation related to Bible Black that I super didn't want to be in the room for, and I was not happy.
No,
No.
I'm like,
So there's a scene in it, maybe the book, maybe not the film,
okay.
What?
Yeah, because I know the book. I haven't watched
Yeah.
the movie.
where Robin Williams' character in the book
Yeah.
brags about going to like a sperm bank and being able to produce like an entire.
Oh my
like,
god, yes! The guy with the fucking cup that
Yeah,
brings it during
Like a,
the fucking lunch.
but like a regular like a drink cup
Yeah.
filled to the brim at a sperm. Yeah.
I
See,
don't
I'm
think that's
thinking back to
sanitary.
that scene, and I
Yeah.
feel like it actually wasn't, but he was
That's a
equivalently,
first
like,
impression. That's-
he was making an equivalence
Oh, okay.
to that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna choose to believe it was actually that he took his time.
Oh no.
Yeah. So no Bio Black or like.
I mean, if you guys want to do that, you do that in your own goddamn time. I'm not.
What I'll do is this will be a huge undertaking on my part.
Yeah.
But I'll edit in
Clips of
voice
me
clips
talking.
from Ian, just in the past talking about it.
And just so something like that happens
Yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
Bible Black. And
I'll also do it with Corey and Carissa. That way, it's like everyone is tainted.
everyone's
by
a
this
part of.
commentary.
It's just me. It's
You'll
just
never
me.
get a job again.
That's the best thing ever.
Might get a raise even.
Oh my god.
I am not understanding any of the context.
I'm really thirsty.
Okay.
Ugh.
Good for you not knowing what Bible Black.
Bible Black.
I'm gonna Google.
Are we
this and
gonna?
if you
Should we talk
start-
about it at all, or should we?
I don't
leave
know.
it-
She just said she's gonna Google it.
Okay,
I
yeah.
like this idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Private
Images.
node.
Go to
Yeah.
images first.
No. Please don't.
Turn that safe search off, boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. So she wrote Glyph.
Okay. Yeah.
And we did that.
Yeah, we did.
And I actually had a good time like doing that. It was like
Me too.
pretty good session.
Huh.
That's
A lot of editing on. This is probably the most editing I did, and even then, still there was stuff I like wanted to go back and fix.
There's more individual bits of it.
Yeah,
There's more like component parts.
yeah, a lot more working stuff. Nick did the computer, like created the computer voice from scratch.
Yeah.
He
I
did.
With no sampling or whatever. Or...
No, that was just me.
Damn.
Yeah, FL Studio and just kind of, well, do you want to say what, like, because it's Moonsault Studios is what you credit it to?
Well, it's just Moonsault Sounds. That's what
Moonsault
I wonder for that.
It's like his sound engineering thing.
Yeah.
However you want to sell it. Do you want to sell it right here, right now?
Yeah, please.
What? I mean...
Just whip it out.
Yeah.
Just, take it out.
Like, just do it itself, or like how I did it, or...
How...
Yeah, why not how you did it? We might as well.
Click
This
here,
whole
and then you click there. And you
this whole podcast is how we
Oh,
this
yeah.
about this
I mean,
episode.
That whole editing, I mean, it was kind of tough to kind of squeeze it into all the other stuff, all the editing and all the other stuff. I think the most for stuff like that, it's not the voice itself; it's usually the mixing that takes the longest.
Yeah,
Because you kind of have to keep it balanced to also what's being recorded.
Mm.
Because I can balance it my way, but the way Chris balances his sound might be different, so it'll sound out of place. So
at one point I had to ask you to separate the background track from the voice track.
Yeah.
Because I had to re-edit basically the game level on the background in order to fit with everything, so it didn't blast someone's ears off. Because that was the biggest problem we were running into. You couldn't even hear the voice.
Yeah.
But kudos to you, because that thing I think came out really well. So that's basically what we're gonna be doing on this podcast. We're gonna go into what everyone's been up to lately, because I still fucking enjoy those parts.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna basically grill Carissa for all the mistakes she made. And no, we're just gonna ask about that. Man, I'm not gonna do this whole thing where I go brick. I'm gonna mainly ask like kind of what your thought process was going on. What was going on in your head while writing it?
I was like, oh no, finals is soon.
Yeah, that's one
literally
thing.
what's happening.
Okay, so we can get into why you wrote it, like basically the whole thing, because we had a class together.
Yeah,
so I met you. So.
We had Edmund's class together, and I started like I think either the 5th or 6th week of the quarter.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to write something about a society where they had ghosts and spirits, and they just took it in stride. And how the heck does that work out?
Yeah. Where it's already part of like, it's already established in the world. Everyone's like fine with this.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
And I was like, let's go on Steam because I'm gonna procrastinate anyway.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, hey, I recommend you Fallout, whatever game that he's playing. And I was like, what is this Fallout? I don't have $20 to play a Fallout, so let's go on Let's Play.
Yeah.
And watch Let's Plays. And I stumbled upon, like, Monster Factory by...
Oh, they're so good.
The McElroy brothers.
Yeah, they're really good.
I don't know who this is.
And they pretty much broke Fallout.
Yeah, well, they basically, you can explain their setup for the show is... They pick different games.
Yeah, they pick a game that you can have character customization, and they try to break it.
Oh, okay.
They try to break it, and
they break the game or break the character customization itself. Okay.
Well, first they try to break the character customization, and then they go and mod everything or try to mess with everything.
Oh, okay.
Until the game just like melts. It just falls apart.
I thought it was just some like weird Q&A thing that I was watching.
No, it's like because like that one they made a horrible like mole-faced woman full of scars, and then
how dare you? The Final Pam is amazing.
Final Pam, and I feel like they eventually just like cars start melting in the floor and stuff like that.
I think they restart at the end. They restarted spoilers. They restarted the game and they just couldn't interact with anything.
Yeah.
They're like, okay.
That sounds about right.
That sounds pretty neat, actually.
Yeah,
maybe I'll check that out.
They're very good.
Yeah.
They're very.
I love their comedy.
They're very funny.
Yeah. So you watch this and you won't watch The Best Friends. As I've been
sorry.
Suggesting to you. Since like high school.
I had a thing, and
I don't think you're sorry.
I'm not. I found out they did a D&D podcast, and I was curious about getting into D&D.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this will maybe help me. It isn't helpful if you want to get into D&D at all.
Just fool around.
Yeah, it's a lot of dicking around, but
yeah. That's my problem with D&D is like I haven't met anyone who would want to just stick around.
Oh well.
Yeah. See, you would be one.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's So I'll
Because I used to
DM
play with this group, but no one really wants to.
to like just have fun with it.
Yeah.
And
See, I want to have one to have fun with, and we can just fucking do whatever.
Sure.
And two, I want to actually write like a whole story for this. But the way I want that story to go is I basically have to break the game.
right,
And
exactly.
rejigger everything. But I have this moment in it too where I switch the game from D&D to
Bloodborne.
not Bloodborne. There is a Bloodborne
Physics.
board game,
What?
by the way, and it's really good, at least from what I'm hearing. Fuck, what's it called? Shadowrun. The cyberpunk.
Yeah.
one.
What?
Yeah. So stay tuned to figure out how that works.
Okay.
Into that.
I don't know. I think the only tabletop game I like to play is Kingdom Death Monster.
Dude, fucking
That one's
Kingdom
insane.
Death Monster is the coolest shit that's been made in a while. Okay, do you guys know what Kingdom
I've
Death
never-
I'm a
Monster is?
filthy casual, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
Never.
This is the only board game I've cared about.
Ever.
Because D&D is like me just wanting to... It's basically a sandbox that I can fuck around
Yeah.
in. But Kingdom Death Monster is basically just boss fights
Over and over.
in a board game. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And all the players work together to take down a really tough boss.
Oh.
And the world and the setting is like the fucking coolest thing. The whole world's floor is made up of stone faces that sometimes scream or not, depending.
So
What is
it's like that part of Berserk
Yes,
where they're
but
in
it's all the time.
Okay, all the time.
Like in the beginning of the game, you get a piece of a stone face. Like your
Huh?
character in the story
That's your
falls
weapon.
through the hole, cracks a face, and then rips, like, claws it.
Just a
claws-
screaming face.
Yeah.
Part of a screaming
and
face.
sharpens it, yeah.
Sure.
That's your first weapon.
That's your weapon
That's
In the game,
for the
you're,
first boss.
Yeah, in the game, you're encouraged to go insane. Because
Okay.
you have
Yeah.
less moral, like, restrictions.
You build a camp. You have to try to just basically survive. Anything could like happen. You determine whether or not you're a cannibalistic society, or and just all this fucking stuff that goes into it.
Yeah.
It's incredibly expensive for the physical. That's why we got like Tabletop Simulator, and we're
Right.
trying to form a group online to play it.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that game's fucking radical. Like, you should check out the art, like, in general.
Okay.
It's fucking dope. Like, oh, God.
I think one of my favorite commands that sold me was there's one where if you fight a monster and you punch him in the stomach, it vomits on you, and you gain and you become it says your character bathes in the vomit, and you become completely insane.
Does this involve soap or no?
Yeah.
Just straight up vomit. That's how you
I
bathe.
feel like this is just a world that never
it's
invented
bathing.
soap.
Yeah,
it's just,
nothing good is happening in this world.
Okay.
get that
No.
sponge. Just,
You need to
This is the way I want it.
yeah, get the
That's the way
strawberry.
you. I mean, it's like a. I know they do Lovecraftian tabletop games too,
Yeah, I've heard of some, but I haven't, like, checked it.
wherein the end goal is basically, well, you're all gonna die. It's just
Yeah.
seeing how it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's the.
Oh, this is also, like, one of those games where death kind of... You have to take it in stride, because it's probably just going to happen.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's a browser-based game called Fallen London that's
Okay.
similar to like what you're saying,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
not like tabletop stuff. It's just cards.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it's free, so
Yeah,
Whoa.
so
it's
I
pretty
mean,
fun.
so we
There's a
can check
mobile
that out.
version.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So you can play on the go.
Cool.
For sure. No, fuck. I want to go back into the world of Flash games. Ever since I started tutoring children, and I see... I don't know why I still call them children, not kids.
Infants.
Infants.
3-year-olds.
Because children sounds creepy. Like...
The children?
The
The
children.
It does sound like you're calling a babysitter to threaten her. It does sound a lot like. Hello?
And they still play Flash games. And
Kids
yeah.
still play Flash games?
Some of them are like ones I even recognize from when I used to play. Basically.
What, like
this one.
Newgrounds Flash games kind of stuff?
I'm sure some of them were featured on there. I'm talking like
used to use stick games.
stick games, stick page,
I kind of remember that.
armored games, congregate. Newgrounds was probably the biggest one though.
Yeah.
So part of me wants to go back into this world because I want to see what's going on there. Because that's where a lot of people get their start in like game development.
Yeah.
Is just they make a game basically over the course of a couple months for this, and like I'm just kind of fascinated.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like I'm like now diving into creepypasta shit. just because.
Oh, you'd never
No.
partook?
So, okay, this is where we can start talking about what we've been up to lately, because this is part of my thing.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nick will go. No, so I've been diving into
Yeah.
more creepy. I was kind of more creepypasta stuff. I was kind of in there earlier.
Yeah.
I'll say early college, but really it was just like the big stuff. I read Men Drown, which did you know it's an ARG?
Yeah, because they broke. It's not Wind Waker. It's Majora's Mask.
Majora's
they broke
Mask.
Majora's Mask, and they filmed like creepy parts of
Yeah.
the game breaking, and then we're like, ghosts though.
No, but I mean after the story, there's an ARG
Oh,
that went on.
like
And
with
kept
actual
going.
people who didn't know that it
Yeah.
was really.
Yeah,
I
that
wasn't aware
kept
of it.
going, and people. Yeah, I didn't fucking know this either. This is where I kind of discovered Nightmine too, after doing some research. Again, I've said it before on this podcast. Nightmine is doing the Lord's work. Everyone should go check him out.
He's pretty cool.
Chris, if you don't know, Nightmine kind of delves into a lot of web-based, basically content or shows. So stuff like Alan Tutorial he's dived into. Everyman Hybrid I think was his big one.
It was that one, and then the Slender Man
Marble
show,
Hornets guy.
Marble Hornets.
Yeah.
TV,
Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was
Don't Hug Me I Scared was like one of the biggest ones that
Yeah.
got me into him.
the video was great.
Mm.
Yeah.
And he basically gives you a whole rundown and kind of like artist interpretation of this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I found out Majora's Mask was like an ARG, and they're still working on it, and we know what the end game is. It's going to be an actual video game.
Oh,
that
that's
you
like
play.
a spooky ghost.
That
video
takes
game?
place, yeah, where Ben is like, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, neat.
So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But then I discovered like this podcast called The Undercooked Analysis,
Okay.
and what they do is they read creepypastas, basically. So that's how I'm able to consume it even faster.
Oh, okay.
Most of them are bad,
Yeah.
really bad.
A lot of them are
oh
terrible.
boy, do I know how fucking terrible some of them are. But then there's really fun episodes, like they do the one with Cupcakes, the famous My Little Pony, like torture porn-esque.
Oh, I've never seen that in high school.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Where it's just one of the characters murders the other and wears their skin
Sure.
and forms into like cupcakes.
Good video.
And I don't know why I've been into this culture so much. Maybe
I do.
because yeah, right. maybe because starting this podcast and we're actually telling stories.
And
Here,
you're looking
creepypastas are basically a huge vat of short stories
that
that
you
I
can just pluck.
look into, and most of them are garbage. But
I always liked. There was one called like Smiling Man. Do you remember that?
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like about a guy, and he just like, if you went out at night, it was just like a spooky guy who'd like follow you around.
Yeah.
Like nothing ever happened. I just always left it was just. No, it's like no, that would upset me enough.
yeah.
If I was out at night and there was just like a man smiling at me and then like following me,
Mhm.
that would be enough to ruin my time.
Yeah.
I would be like, okay, where's the nearest police station?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 You don't have to.
Well, that's what you obviously do. I
Yeah.
bet you in the story they don't do that.
No, they don't. You know what? They don't do that. They should find the nearest police box and then lock themselves inside,
Yeah.
like, and wait for a constable to come around and assist them.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know, because I didn't read that much creepypasta. I think the only one...
like when I first was introduced to it, I didn't really dive into it.
Yeah. The website I used to go on for stories like that was Ecor Falls. That was one I was really into.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, dude. What's
That was
what's up with
that was like a whole website where like the Ecor Falls. It's like it's supposed to be like this.
You
like-
made someone very happy, by the way,
Yeah,
mentioning this thing
someone
that no
mind
one's heard
blown,
about.
yeah.
So-
Yeah, well, it's kind of like this Silent Hill-esque like stories within the city and like different interpretations of like these like phenomenons. Like there's one interpretation of like how this how the city dealt with the Bjork.
The singer Bjork.
So, yeah, no, stalker, like the whole Bjork stalker.
Oh, I
incident.
remember
Oh,
that.
wow.
Have
How
you seen
some of the-
those videos?
No.
Oh, they're deeply troubling.
Oh,
Yeah, there was like a guy who was. Well, Nick, you you go ahead.
You talk
Tell us
about
about the singer Bjork and
Bjork.
her stalker.
Well, Bjork was the infamous Bjork. I know his name was Carlos Mendez.
Yeah, and he just kept taping himself,
yeah.
saying crazy things into the
Yeah.
camera. Also, like about how much he fucking loved Bjork. He loved
But
Bjork.
he had that obsession with the singer Bjork and how the videos was him realizing that the avatar Bjork, like the singer, wasn't the same as the person Bjork. Like his expectations.
That she's a human being.
That she's a human being.
Yeah. And then you slowly start to piece together what his house is like, and it's just like an empty. It's like a place where there might be. I think there's like a bed and a chair, and like there's no other furnishing in this house, and he just has piles of video cassettes that he has clearly recorded. He paints himself like the devil one time, like he's just naked and painted red.
Yeah, near the last tapes are completely disturbing because that's when he commits the suicide.
He's like, I'm gonna kill myself because Bjork isn't a magic pixie like I thought she was.
Well, his whole thing was that like he videotaped him like making a bomb, like a gas.
He was gonna send her a bomb and kill Bjork because Bjork wasn't again.
And then he killed himself, thinking that he would be with her when she gets home. And so it was kind of like with Core Falls, that was kind of like the city dealing with it and how like some of the characters were connected. A lot of the creepypasta stories came from Core Falls. That
really?
Website. Which one was it? The what's that one about the TV show about the little pirate?
Candle Cove.
Candle Cove.
That's where it came
I haven't
from.
actually read that one yet. Everyone keeps telling me to check that one out.
Well, gang. Finish your thing because I have a thing to put on your thing.
Yeah, well, that's where it came from. Candle Cove was like apparently a TV show created by a studio in Core Falls, and there's this whole backstory behind a studio that made the Candle Cove that someone wrote.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And then there's one about like some carnival where like they guillotine like children, like you know how they have volunteers.
Sure. Yeah.
And like, oh look, this magic guillotine that like just looks like you cut your head off, but it actually cuts people's head off.
So it's not it's just a guillotine.
Yeah, it's a guillotine.
It works.
Yeah. There's stuff like that. That was
the
what I was
Emperor's
into.
invisible clothes, but now.
Isn't this an amazing trick, kids? It really looks really real.
Yeah, that was what I was into. I think because I was really interested in that idea.
Bjork?
No, well maybe. But Core Falls. Core Falls.
We were all into Bjork. It was the 90s.
Yeah.
You can't just wave it off as like it was the 90s.
I've used that for everything.
I was a small child in the 90s. I wasn't even born.
Come on, it's cool. It's the 90s, you guys.
I did my first murder in the 90s, but you know,
it was the 90s.
So
No, because I found out a while. Stop me if I've said this before on the show. I don't think I have, but Sci-Fi picked up the rights to a bunch of creepypastas.
Oh, really?
What?
The Sci-Fi Network.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they made a show. It's called Channel Zero, and
Okay.
it's going to be 6-episode long anthology seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched the first one, and it was Candle Cove.
Oh really? How was
Okay.
it?
It was actually not bad.
So at least they picked a good one.
They picked a good
Nice
one.
from hearing.
The next one is
Well, they do Happy Happy.
I
is
don't
what I was thinking.
No, I don't know.
Do you know what that one is?
I don't know Happy
Oh,
Happy.
you don't know the magic.
Oh, that one's amazing.
That is
That's amazing.
Happy Happy Creepypasta.
No.
Or what it's now become, the Happy Happy Multiverse.
What?
Because it kept going. Okay, so it started off as a real bad, like, it was just a real shitty creepypasta.
Okay.
You know, it was based off, there was this lost Nickelodeon cartoon.
Sure.
And of course it's always a fucking Nickelodeon cartoon.
It was
and
just too intense for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, 9/11 shows up within the first two paragraphs.
Okay.
And yeah, so you know you're in for something, and it's just really bad. And then at some point, they labeled the wiki or whatever page it was found on as, hey, this is supposed to be geared towards like being the worst creepypasta ever. I call horseshit. Because there are some things in that first, especially just reading the first entry, where I go, he did not do that on purpose.
Oh, he's Tommy Wiseauing it.
Yeah, he's Tommy Wiseauing it.
Ooh, I meant to make a terrible thing.
So if you want to read the Tommy Wiseau
of creepypasta
equivalent of creepypasta, dude, Happy, it's there for you. And if you enjoy it, there's no shortage of spin-offs.
Do you guys know about the I guess a parallel to creepypasta? It's the SCP.
Is it SCPs?
Yeah.
I was actually going to go into that next.
Yeah.
Which I think SCPs are way better than. Well, because they're formatted.
They're formatted better.
Yeah. Everyone's given a specific format that you have to follow.
Yeah.
And it works out really well for what they're trying to do.
It lends itself to it.
Yeah.
Because, so do you know about this website, SCP?
No.
Okay, SCP is the setup is this. So there's like a secret website that's like I could make a lot of references, but I'm going to go with the facility from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's like a secret government facility that knows like magic stuff is real, and it's like, oh, we gotta get all this magic stuff up off the streets and lock it away, so on and so forth. And so each article is like a description of a government agent / scientist describing like, article 8925. This one's a spooky teddy bear that like is alive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The most popular one is the scary little booty statue. You know the one I'm talking about?
No. Oh wait, describe it to me because I might have.
It's like it's got a huge head and like little tiny stubby arms, and you have to stare at it. And every time you look away,
I do know about this.
It like moves.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I do know about that one. And then there's, I mean, my two favorite is one. There's this vending machine.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, and no one knows where the fuck this vending machine came from. And every time you put in something, it gives you some random object. From whatever. And sometimes it's like from a different dimension.
Yeah.
Or it's just a fucking Doritos bag.
It could be a bag of Doritos, and then like one time they figured out like you can punch in chemical components.
Yeah, and
like
get
and get specific things from the periodic table. So like they were like put a cup down and they punched in gold, and then molten hot gold poured into a cup.
And it's always like the weirdest form of that chemical too.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like we've never actually seen this chemical in a solid state.
Yes.
Now it's out in like penny form or
exactly.
What the hell?
Or the machine that makes everything better.
Yeah, just quote unquote better.
There's like a big machine that has like a bunch of gears on it, like it looks like a steampunk double-sided phone booth, and like you put stuff in one end and then you make it like it's refinement. I think there's like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 dial.
Yeah.
And you can refine it, and then it comes out on the other side as like. I don't know, what's an example? I'm
drawing a blank.
Like you can put it to take his thing, you can put in a block of copper, I guess, refine it, and then it comes out as a pile of pennies and little paper tubes on the other side. Or
as a cashier, that's really helpful.
Yeah. So that one, and there's this one where it's just a sack of potatoes. But a sack of potatoes, it's a bottomless sack.
It's a bottomless sack of potatoes?
It opens up to a dimension.
Oh my god.
And the whole thing with this SCP is just this captain's log of them diving into the bag.
Into a sack of potatoes?
And it's a world filled with just potatoes.
That's amazing.
and cutting it.
I love that.
And it's just super well written and funny. And, like, oh god, what was my favorite line? The captain goes, "Just caught Jefferson saying potato for the first time. I've been on this trip for a month now. I've never heard anyone call anything potato. Seriously. I don't know, I just thought it was weird." And then that's the end of the log. And I just love shit like that, where it's just real goofy.
Small world building type
Yeah. And it's really... it's just... Yeah, that sack of potato ones, I wish I could remember the number. But...
Not to drag it out forever, but there is one other one that's like really
okay.
good. I was there's one that's about the department can't shut it down because it's privately owned property, and it's just like a nightclub somewhere in Venice, I think, or Italy somewhere, where every night at like 2:15 in the morning, there will always, if there is a blonde woman in the building, a man with black hair in the building, and then a third person who matches this description. They reenact the same altercation where the two men get in a fight, the woman tries to stop it, and then the woman and the other man die.
Okay.
Every time. It just keeps happening, and it's always the different people who match these descriptions. And then it turns out it's somehow like a ghosts that are in this nightclub who are reenacting their death. By possessing people who match their description over and over and over again. And so they try and...
Why?
Good question. Well, and then what I thought was neat was then they were like, we just tried to stop letting blonde women in the place to see if that would stop it. It turns out, no. Somehow, from the street, a blonde woman broke in through the bathroom window and had to be there.
Huh.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I like cyclical, inescapable things.
No, well, you know my feelings on that too. I fucking love that shit.
You love Spiral.
Yeah, I love spirals. I love, cycles especially.
The one about the 1999. It's the 90s. The 1999 NBA playoffs on a cassette tape.
No.
Have you read that one? There's a great one where...
There's like hundreds of them, dude.
I know.
There's
a lot.
It was the 90s.
It was the
90s.
90s.
There's like one where it's like, we have a VHS recording of the 1992 NBA playoffs, and it's the Chicago Bulls versus the Lakers, I think. And it's like, what we noticed is it kept being slightly different every time we played the tape. And so that made us nervous. So we would rewind it back and watch it again, and it kept varying ever so slightly. And then eventually, by the 17th time we played it, the point guard just broke down and started crying and saying, "I know I've done this before, why does this keep happening?" And then we played it a 57th time. And eventually they broke into factions like Lord of the Flies.
Oh my God.
And they realized that they can't escape from the studio because there was no tape of outside the studio. And it's like a weird pocket dimension that can't...
See, I need to know if Shaquille O'Neal is like
character. He's probably in that. I
think he was still part of the Magic.
He might have still been in
beforehand.
there. Yeah. Oh, maybe he was part of the Magic.
Because I would want Shaquille O'Neal to be like the head of a tribe.
Because I know...
But he's the sweetest.
He is.
So.
He's a cutie pot. He'd be the first one to be made into a...
He's the first one on the chopping block.
I was going to say, he's the first one with his head on a pike. Yeah. To appease this time god.
It would be a power move, because he's like probably one of the bigger guys, too.
Exactly.
So.
That shows the gods how much they care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's...
The Elvis Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes, Elvis Jesus.
So, other than SCV and cream pasta stuff, I don't know, mainly, dude, it's just been college, because finals had just happened for us. So a lot of that, although I have been trying to consume a shit ton of media. I did beat Persona 5 by the time of the last podcast. Have you actually got up with the story? Because I really want to do that spoiler cast.
No, I've watched a good bit of Persona 5.
Let me know when you're done, because I really want to do
a
full breakdown of that game.
All right, let's do it.
I just know Celine Dion features in it.
So.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but
it's the 90s. Celine Dion is huge.
She represented Switzerland.
She represented Switzerland. She sang "My Heart Will Go On." Oh my! How can you do this to me?
Everything changes her life.
She is the queen of Canada.
She's a social link. You can. She's one of the people you can wife.
Lovers Arcana.
Have you
Celine would be the Lovers Arcana. You're totally right.
Have you ever seen the video of that girl who was the voice in Frozen? I forget her name. The blonde one from Frozen.
Elsa?
Sure.
There's the voice?
The voice actress.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
Have you seen the video of Kristen Bell crying because a sloth is going to come to her house?
She loves sloths.
Yeah.
She loves sloths.
Yes, I did see that.
I want to be that happy one. I want to be so deliriously happy that I have to lie down and cry. Be like, why would you tell me?
Barbara does Celine. Barbara does Celine.
When I was doing my facetious, I was just like, oh my God, I'll never be that happy. That's so sad.
Yeah, dude, people like me and you, Ian, will
never be that happy.
We'll never, even with Persona, I wasn't that happy.
How sad it is to know that someone else, it's the 90s, they're gonna be that happy.
It's okay, you'll get to Celine Dion, you'll get to the Mr. Popo of that.
Oh, man.
He appears for like a second, so make sure you pay attention, because I want to talk about Mr. Popo.
Okay.
And Persona 5.
He was great. I like him.
Terrible. So I watched F is for Family season 2.
Oh, okay.
Bill Burr's show.
Yeah.
And it's still really good.
Oh, good.
There's a lot more character development, especially with the parents.
Okay.
Fucking just some of the lines are so good. I don't even want to say them because I just kind of want them to happen to people.
Yeah.
And there's this way they handle a situation where it's a common TV trope that it's a couples therapy thing. And the way it ends, I actually much prefer than what most ways it does. So I won't get into it because the way that therapy ends is to kick off to the whole final arc to that show. It's only 10 episodes. Give it a shot. I watched season 2 of Master of None. So it's better than season 1.
Oh, great.
I think I can say that for sure because the acting is finally good. And that was my biggest gripe with season 1. I don't know if you remember me.
No, I remember
ranting about how much I couldn't. Alan Yang can't act for shit. I don't know.
Who?
Alan Yang.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as someone who is not a professional actor, I feel like I can discriminate against everyone. There's some really good episodes, man. That first episode is basically an art film because it takes place in Italy and only one person speaks English and most of the time they don't.
Yeah. Throughout
the whole thing. But it's done so well that you can still tell what's going on, which is what you kind of have to do with that kind of episode. And there's stuff where it's just short stories from different kinds of people who live in New York. Yeah. One of them's a doorman. I wish I could get like a whole story even longer on that because I was fascinated with the doorman. Because it's my kind of thing. It's my kind of thing where it's just a regular down-to-earth character and then you have all these weirdos who live in this super high-end New York apartment living there and just their interactions. Then there's one where it's a woman who is deaf and there's no sound throughout her whole thing.
Oh, wow.
But she does do American Sign Language and kind of get to see stuff through that. And the third one is just all these taxi drivers. And I think they're from the... What's the island nation called? It's French...
The Philippines?
No, not the Philippines. Philippines is not.
The Society Islands?
Maybe. Whatever. But that one was really cool because that's just them. That's that common story where they build up this one thing really huge. They're so excited to go to it, and it just ends up being shit.
Oh.
So yeah, but the way it ends, I think, is pretty cool. No, that season 2 I think is better than season 1. It's not as funny though as season 1.
Okay.
But there are really good. There is really good dialogue in there. Like oh fuck yeah, I forgot to disconnect that. Oh shit. I'm gonna edit that out.
No, this is great.
I'm gonna keep that in.
Yeah.
French Island Society.
One time
French
I was recording for Matt and Chris. When I was recording for Matt and Chris Play All Night, we not only did the phone go off, but I think we got like bits of the conversation and they're on recording. And it was once we got bits of the conversation on there, we went, no, we're gonna keep this in.
Yeah.
The video. I forgot what fucking episode that is, but someone will find that. So that show's good. And it's still continuing Lucha Underground.
Yes.
I started season 2.
Yeah, you're there now. So you're at my part now. You're at my favorite part.
So I got to Nick's favorite thing.
Okay.
There's time travel, Ian. There's time travel. Time travel's happening.
What?
Yeah.
In this fucking wrestling show. I can't hold it in. It's
in what way?
Dude, when it happens, it's stupider than you think it could be. It's like... dude. Okay, so season 2, they're just diving in to all the crazy story shit they hinted at in season 1. They're just fucking going for it.
Okay.
And it's amazing. There's now 2 rings, and one of them's an underground fighting arena.
Okay.
Owned by Dario, and the other's run by Mil Muerte. And like, it's so good. I can't wait. It's time travel. It's gonna happen.
This is the moment where you go, oh, I understand why Kristen Bell
I was
sloths.
gonna say, you're almost at sloth level of joy.
It's getting me there. It's getting me there.
You just need Celine as referee.
Everyone should go watch Lucha Underground. It's the greatest thing to happen to wrestling ever. Because now we've done time travel. The only thing I have to wait for is someone has to pull out a gun in the middle of the ring.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
And then we've hit everything I would have ever wanted to watch in a wrestling show. But Japan has done it.
Japan already pulled a gun out. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that GIF on download. It's just it's a scene of these three wrestlers, and one of them had just come into the ring and taken one of them like an arm hold, and the other guy's like, "Why are you fucking interrupting the match?" And then they're arguing about something, and then the dude pulls out a gun out of his fucking like thong, and then just points at the guy, and everyone starts freaking out. It's just because it's Japan, and like guns are even like a bigger deal.
Yeah. Well,
and he's just holding him hostage with the gun for the rest of the thing, and then it ends.
Yeah, like this Marty McFly and Doc characters.
So there's these characters in New Japan Wrestling who are, they're called what, the Time Breakers?
Time Breakers, yeah.
Sure.
And they literally dress up as Doc and Marty McFly.
We want to know the way.
And
they go onto the stage in a DeLorean. They
pull out a DeLorean into the ring.
Yeah.
They have a storyline where because one of them has twins. So one of them comes in to the ring and stops himself saying, "I'm you from the future. You're gonna lose this match. You shouldn't run it." And then that's a storyline. And then there's another. And then they have this thing where they're in the middle of the ring, and then the clock for the timer, like for the match, will just go to 0, and then all of a sudden they've won. Like it'll just cut. Yeah. And then they say, "Oh yeah, we skipped time," and we.
What?
We just won.
Oh man, the more wrestling acts like an anime, the better.
Yes.
All the world's a stage.
Yeah.
Yes. It's great. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I got back into Nier Automata, but I want to. Yeah. Have you looked more into that game? Because
a little bit, yeah, I have.
There is shit in there that you would fucking love.
I've been going through some of the playthroughs, and it's really, the music is what kills me about it.
It's fucking 10 on 10.
But
I used a Nier soundtrack for the last episode.
Did you? Which song?
Kaine's Resolve.
That is also good.
It's the really sad one.
I really liked. I'm still crazy about the Carnival music.
Oh, Carnival one's great.
Because it's
when
like,
you see that fucking castle and then the lyrics kick in.
It's spooky and fun all at the same time.
All at the same time.
That's my life.
But dude, some of those side missions are basically thought experiments.
Yeah.
Is what they are. It's amazing. Like that game is sad, and I say this like kind of like it sounds like I'm underplaying it, but I'm not really. It just shows how good these two games are. It's my second game of the year, right behind Persona 5. And it would have been by far like a power gap in my game of the year if Persona 5 had come out this year. And Carissa, if you ever like look it up, Nier Automata, it's
what's troubling is when you play through. This isn't a spoiler,
yeah.
But when you play through it and you have like the regular opponents that aren't bosses, the regular in-betweenies, and the amount that the robots scream.
Yeah. And talk to you.
I'm very concerned by that.
Yeah.
It's very concerned. Like, robots shouldn't, like, beg you to not destroy them. Mm-hmm. And that's super unnerving.
Well, they shouldn't be contemplating about life and existence. They shouldn't be, like, where their place in the world is.
Like, the robots are afraid of dying, and there's something really upsetting about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're just slaughtering them.
Oh, yeah, the robots, like, explode, and then they, like, scream and cry and run away, and there's something deeply troubling about that.
Well, I mean, the writer Yoko Taro, he's known for like making games like that.
Yeah,
but it kind of just
his first game, one of the characters was a pedophile. So like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the Dragon Guard series for PS2.
Oh my god.
So he's not afraid. He's not afraid to really jump in there.
Yeah, in that series, like pedophile,
and he's a party member.
When did that game come out?
Dragon Guard, like 2003. I know.
It's not the 90s.
God damn it!
It came out on PS2, man.
Facts straight.
But yeah, Chris, if you ever want to check it out, honestly, the less you know about that game going in, the better off you're gonna be.
Okay.
And the better that game is.
Especially if you play Nier, the first one. First Nier.
That would be the only thing I recommend. I would look up the Nier lore if you don't want to play that game. There's this guy called Mr. Clems, and he does really good just breakdown of what all those games were.
Okay.
And runs the whole story. I felt fully caught up after watching his videos. We're going in. That's pretty much it. Oh no, shit! I went to like this small synthwave thing like 2 nights ago. That was a good time. I went with Goncha.
Oh yeah.
There was like 20 people. there.
Is it only 20 people?
It was like a small lounge.
Oh, okay.
In Glendale. I got to see a bunch of cool people. I mean, I got to see Shredder, 1984 there. I met the guy Facehugger.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He's a real nice dude. Real fucking calm. Way calmer than I thought. Like, from listening to his stuff.
From his art.
Yeah, real cool dude. Gave us, like, free CDs.
He lets all of the anxiety and all that
maybe,
out.
Maybe. And Future Holotapes always fucking cool. It was a really cool place to just talk to and meet people.
Yeah.
Like, we were talking to all of them, and Shredder with his super heavy French accent was, like, a super cool dude. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't been up to too much ever since school let out, so just work mainly. Well, actually, I was going to point it to Chris because
yes.
I felt bad that I took the first one.
Yeah, please.
I'm like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but alright.
Oh, great. We're doing a
music.
great job then. As
No, music is great.
Yeah.
Just not my genre.
Yeah.
My genre is free downloads.
Cool.
Cool.
Free downloads?
About that life.
About that LimeWire, early 2000s.
No.
I thought you were going to say trap music for, like, whatever one. I went, wow, that's, like, so far from what I thought. Because it started with the T, and I was like, oh, shit, is it going
LimeWire Pro, not to pay for LimeWire.
to...
No, Spotify streams of, like, meme music is cool. The 90's meme music.
Sure,
Oh, yeah.
that's the coolest. The Dancing Baby, for sure.
Dancing Baby.
Dancing Frog.
Did you know he came out and, like, said what the correct pronunciation of GIF is?
No, what?
It's GIF.
Is it?
Yeah,
GIF.
but here's the thing. The Webster Dictionary
Has it
has
as
it pronounced as GIF.
Oh, does it?
So...
Power
It's
So it'll
English.
forever be not what he wants.
It's English.
Yeah.
So, like, as Americans, we can butcher.
Yeah, we can say
We can
whatever the
butcher
fuck
as
we
much
want.
as we want.
I don't know why.
Oh,
Can I just say? I thought you were going to say he came out as gay. The baby, the dancing baby. I
I'm
was like,
all for it.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
man.
dancing baby's gay.
It's
Good
It's now
for him.
pronounced J.
Good.
Now pronounced J.
I thought you had intel on the dancing
no.
baby's real
I don't know about
and
that.
exists.
I'm all for this queer content.
I'm on queer babies. Let's do it.
Oh my god, finally. Good for you, dancing baby.
Yeah.
Good for you.
They played it right. I mean, his sexuality was not the main point.
It wasn't the
of the
focus,
story.
but it was
He just
represented.
happens
It was-
to be.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I appreciate that.
Accurate representation.
Yeah, as just human beings
More,
Yeah,
instead
more
of plot
representation of
points.
queer babies.
God.
That's what we need.
Speaking of representation, how do you
Yes.
feel about Sense8 being cancelled?
I was very sad about it, actually.
I
Wait,
punched
about
the
what
wall.
being canceled?
You
I
what?
punched the wall.
I
was
was
like, goddamn.
Sense8, the Wachowski sisters show on.
Wait, they had a
Netflix.
show?
They had a
Yeah.
show, guys.
What?
It's about, like,
It's like 8 people,
like ESP.
and they're all like
stuff.
psychically connected.
What?
Because they were born at the same. Yeah, 8 people at different parts of the world, all psychically connected from birth.
How did I fucking know this? Like,
And they canceled it. People are very sad because there was a bunch of queer characters on it.
Yeah.
A lot of people who were queer were very upset about it. There was a lot
Mhm.
of people were upset about it.
It was like
Warner-
one of the most diverse like casts.
It was super
Oh, okay.
diverse. Yeah. They had a trans woman and they had a gay Mexican dude who's, oh my god, he was like the best. But like and they had a bunch of different people from all walks of life all over the world. And there's like a secret government agency of some kind that wants to exterminate, because they describe these people as like sensates, so they're like a different species from human.
Like a subspecies.
A
of
subspecies,
human.
yeah, exactly. And so they want to exterminate.
Boy, I wonder what that's supposed to be. Like,
I mean,
Oh,
There's
that's.
a lot of
for it.
there's a lot of context and subtext.
I mean,
You
because
gotta get into.
Lana Wachowski was pretty upfront about how much of this was subtext and literal text about
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
being a trans woman and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But I loved the show; it was really good. And yeah, they canceled that.
so it's not even on Netflix anymore.
No, it's still on Netflix.
It's still on there,
that
just not coming back.
I think they
Oh, it
originally
didn't
wrote
get-
5 seasons. They ended it at 2.
Wow.
They ended it at 2. So
I'm very upset.
I
Should
mean,
should I even bother watching it?
No,
No,
you should.
It's
Okay.
really.
I feel like we should to see if it'll come back. I mean, that's what's happening with Hannibal. Hannibal, when it
yeah.
got back all its views, we're now getting a new season.
Wait, it is?
But
Yeah.
Did you hear
I
who's
didn't know
running
that.
it
You
now?
didn't know that? No, who's running it?
It's because Brian Fuller's still producing, but he's got.
This was announced like last week, Nick. So maybe
he's got his hands full with American Gods. Which, oh my god. But
okay, so I'm seeing. Shut up. So, so I'm gonna get there.
But he's like, oh, I can't show run it because I've got my hands full. But I'll produce it, and so he's like, who can do this? Christopher Nolan is going to run the fourth season.
I'm kind of wary about that, but he's gonna do a good job.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man,
as long as Matt Nicholson keeps playing Hannibal.
Yeah,
dude.
all the cast. Yeah. I think I know that they've got Mads Mikkelsen, they've got that Englishman who's Will Graham, and they've got Scully coming back.
Oh man, you gotta go watch Hannibal.
Oh my god!
I know. No, it's on there.
It's on there.
No, now that I found out there's gonna be a new season, I'm all my fear of like liking it too much and finding it. And realizing, oh yeah, I'm not getting more of this. Dude, it's completely gone now, so I can just watch it.
So to Sense8's point, let me just say this: a lot of people want it to come back. They're very mad at Netflix. So here's why I hope, and a part of me thinks they might do a turnaround on that. They renewed what the fuck is Tim Allen's show? They renewed that shit after canceling it. So
it's a show.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The one that.
The one that's basically his old show from the 90s.
Yeah.
It's
just
yeah. He makes those.
He makes that noise.
He makes that noise. Except now he's really mad about Obama on TV. That's the main difference.
Yeah. He's gone full conservative.
This Tim Allen.
Oh my God! You have a book about Tim Allen.
I just pulled out a book of Tim Allen, Introduction by James Scott Brady.
He's got like a wrench.
Overcoming Adversity. Yeah, look, it's an entire book. You can't see it, but I just pulled out a book of Tim Allen.
This isn't great for an audio medium, but it exists.
Yeah.
Go to my favorite.
Is that him with the mustache? What?
Yeah.
That's back in the cocaine days.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, first thing.
Holy shit! It's a mound of cocaine.
Like, second page. Second page is the cocaine.
It's actually page 15.
Page 15.
But so like his show got canceled on ABC. I just had some people in my house, so I've heard all of this story. But so his show got canceled, and conservatives were up in arms because they said, liberal snowflakes are mad about it. And then Fox picked it up for 2 more seasons on a new network. So if he can get his thing back,
Yeah.
We can get our
thing back, you guys.
But the thing is, like, Netflix is known for like the alternative type stuff.
That's true.
And, like, having one of the biggest shows that is alternative get canceled is kind of like...
Yeah, that's super...
Are they going for the mainstream stuff?
Well,
because that's too safe.
Because I know that
what was their reasoning behind the cancellation?
Well, it's a new president of Netflix who just took power about a year ago. And he basically said, we're not canceling enough. We're holding on to stuff for too long. We need to start canceling shows so we can pick up new shows. It's like, well, then fucking get rid of Marco Polo. No one watches Marco Polo.
I don't fucking know anyone who watches Marco Polo.
I don't know anyone.
Oh no, I knew one guy
who
talked about it on a podcast, and he went, "Yeah, that show's shit."
Oh, okay. Get rid of Marco Polo. Get rid of whatever that cowboy show that isn't Longmire. Longmire's pretty good. But
I've heard good things about.
Yeah, Longmire's pretty good. But get rid of that other cowboy show with the guy who played Superboy. Like,
Oh, Richie Rich.
Oh, Richie Rich! How dare you!
Get rid of the Richie Rich show.
The live action one, yeah.
Did you notice Richie Rich is a show on there? And it's just, he has a voice made of needles. I'm very upset. And they also, I'm on the fence about this other thing. They also canceled The Get Down.
Yeah.
Which I liked season 1. I felt like season 2
Yeah, you were telling me about season 2.
Season 2 was,
It's a show that I want to watch.
It's a show. Watch season 1 and then...
I really want to watch...
Yeah, season 1.
Yeah, but I feel bad about season 2 now.
Season 2 was... I think they just... I don't know what it was like.
It sounds like a True Detective situation where like...
It was very much a True Detective situation. They lost a lot of what made the first season good, including not having all the actors available, so they were like kind of in parts of it and then gone for long stretches. And it was just... And then they started doing parts animated. I've said this on the show before, and it was just like, this is out
Community?
of place.
Yeah,
this is not Community. This is not Dan Harmon's excuse to vent his sadness. This is...
That's Rick and Morty now.
That's Rick and Morty now. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
We're gonna get so much stuff more about divorce.
Oh my God.
In season 3.
Dan Dan Harmon needs to talk to needs a friend. Clearly, Dan Harmon just is dumping out so much sadness. Oh my god,
I like it.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm sorry. I mean, it is amazing.
It's art.
It is. That's real art.
Art is pain. Ian.
Did you remember when they talked about Community on Rick and Morty, and it was the most weird meta thing ever, where Rick.
Yeah, it appears as a show, like in one of the
yeah
ones where they're flipping through TV.
Now make him laugh. Now make him cry. Make him happy cry. Now make them all hate the blonde one. Now cancel it. Okay, bring it back.
Yeah. So, Sensei, any...
Oh, it's a great show.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Oh.
What were we talking about before?
Oh, no, we were just
we
going
got
into
mad
what
about
you're
Sensei.
Yeah, we were very upset.
Yeah.
What else have you been...
Other than work and trying to catch up on like games, no, none.
No. Well, Sensei...
I'm a boring person.
Well, obviously not, since you wrote the story.
I mean...
Despite my art, I am a very boring grandmother.
Okay,
I tend to my flock of chickens.
I always like to...
Oh, yeah, you weren't here. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
talking about her coop, or chicken coop.
Oh, you have actual
Yeah,
chickens?
we have chickens.
That's fantastic. Do you have fresh omelets all the times?
I can't cook omelets.
I mean...
But we have eggs all the time.
Oh, okay. Tight.
Okay, so,
Do
Nick,
you
you want to go there?
Do you ever like get angry at one of the chickens and like eat it?
This'll teach you.
Just so hard.
This
you just
will
want to
teach
ask the
you
real
murder
question.
time. No.
Well, I just been wanting to know since she brought it up.
No, because I'm the outlier.
No one's as sad and cynical as me and you.
No, because like chickens have a pecking order, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me as the biggest chicken.
Literal
Did you have
order.
to pack the...
No, I had to like deal with the most aggressive ones by like holding them down. Going,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
calm down, and they'll calm down. They're like the most cuddly birds if you like
Yeah.
are imprinted with them. So
Sure.
if
Yeah.
they see you as family, you're family. But if they see you as the enemy, they will chase you and try to murder you.
Sure.
Man.
Just like geese.
Geese are mean.
No, geese don't deserve to walk upon this earth.
No.
They're one of those...
Man.
It's either geese or men.
Yeah, they're
One or the other.
They're like mosquitoes, right? I don't know what they're good for. I don't want to know what they're good for.
I don't want to be part of that. I was doing some research
Sounds delicious.
into a weird thing. I was reading about ancient Roman medical treatments.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Humorous.
On chickens or?
How's that fairy story coming along, Ian?
Don't worry about it.
Fairy spelled the uncool way.
But
in the
there
90s.
there was this physician, and this stuck in my mind. He had this whole there's 6 pages that this physician wrote, and it's all on ways to clean up after using the restroom.
Okay.
That he recommends medically beneficial.
Sure.
And he says,
I mean, someone had to do it.
had to do it, and he said, "Of course, we all know the standard is rose petals. That's what we all use."
Yes.
Of course we do. Of course we do.
But
And then he
That's what
goes
I
down
use.
this list of animals where he's like, but the best is the down feathers of a gooseneck. If you floss with that, that'll give you the cleanest.
like a cartoon? Like
Like a
you just
cartoon.
stretch out the neck and...
But what's confusing is he didn't specify, is it a dead one or an alive
like-
goose?
Is it on the goose?
Did
Do
you-
I have to...
Did you wipe shit on a live
Yeah.
gooseneck?
Did
Or
I
snap
have
the
to
neck
catch
first
a
and then you-
goose and
And then floss?
and then just pluck out every single feather?
Oh no, he's full on, just like
Full on
dental
towel
floss.
dry.
Yeah.
Stop it! Hey!
Towel dry that undercarriage and
The less you struggle, the quicker this will be over, goose.
But of course, the standard is rose petals.
His standard is rose petals, of course.
It was the 90s.
It's
I
And
thought you said.
I'm gonna buy a shit ton of roses.
Please do.
And try it
I
The
out.
title of this episode, it was the 90s.
It was
It was the 90s.
90s chickens. I thought you were gonna say chickens were like the standard.
I no, because he mentioned swans, and I was thinking
Oh, okay,
swans and
geese.
geese.
You
Swans
were-
and geese are
You were
both.
connecting what he was saying, not what she was saying.
Sorry.
But yeah,
Nick's,
chickens are...
Nick's doing it. Nick's
poachers.
forming the...
Here's the connections.
Nick's finding where this conversation started taking...
That's something to do with birds.
Yeah.
Sense it.
I love the Columbo piecing things together face.
Yeah.
The squinting with the... something here doesn't make sense to me.
90's. Bible, the first episode of Bible Black was in the 90's.
In the end, Illuminati.
So like Bjork.
Bjork and Illuminati. Oh my god!
Oh my god, it's a triangle.
Yeah.
What? Confirmed.
Bjork has an O in it. An O looks a lot like an I. What else has an
In
I
the
in
tri-
it? In the
oh my
triangle?
God.
It's the...
You know
The
who has
triangle is also the map of Tasmania.
Yeah.
Before Nick, before you go, because I know
We'll
you like...
never get to it.
No, we won't go ahead.
We'll never.
I know
Just give
you said you like the McElroy's shows and
Yeah.
things like that. Have you seen their? I know they just did. They did a live show. They did a TV show for CISO. That
Yeah, me and my brother and...
me, and it was the funniest thing. They did this bit where
No, my
they're-
brother not.
they're looking for the Knights Templar
Okay.
because
Oh,
they
yeah.
basically have you seen this? So they take requests from their listeners and they're
Yeah.
like, okay, we'll do that. They're like, we'll get in touch with the Knights Templar, try and get you a part of the Knights Templar, and you can find the Holy Grail. Okay, so they call the Knights Templar. It turns
Yeah.
out there's a number you can call.
Yeah. Well,
They
most of these secret societies, like quote-unquote secret societies,
Yeah.
are actually very easy to get
Yeah.
a hold of and turn out to be mostly nothing.
It's mostly just old dudes who need
Yeah.
friends. Yeah, yeah.
Basically.
And they call them and they're like, hello, is this the Knights Templar? Oh, it is. Okay. I was wondering, what's the requirements to get into the Knights Templar? Is there a physical of any kind? Blah, blah, blah. You have to be a Mason. Okay. Is there a number I can call to get... Okay, thank you. They're putting me into... Transfer. Hello, is this the Masons? Oh my god, it's fantastic.
Me and you should join the Mason Temple here in Downey.
There's the Mason Temple.
It's like right
here.
down the street from a bar and a Chinese food place.
It's
like,
it shares the building with a mortuary.
a mortuary.
Yeah.
So
The Masons.
Gotta hide that evidence.
Masons,
Yeah.
tombstones.
They don't have any. It's just a bunch of old dudes just sitting around being old.
It's mostly just old guys like wearing fancy clothes. I'd
Yeah.
say.
A bunch of dudes being dudes.
And I want to be an old dude wearing fancy clothes sometime in my life.
You don't have to join a club for that.
I feel like
mean,
You
you
don't
could-
have to
yeah.
be old for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't be old. I feel like if I go into the Masons, I'll automatically become old.
Oh, that like it'll be like an Ark of a Covenant situation.
Yeah.
Like they open a thing and it's like.
Well, what they'll do, they'll drain my youth
Sure.
so they can stay in power longer.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
How do we know that that's not?
Did
what's
you?
going
Okay,
on?
did you?
I
I don't know if you knew this, but there was this scientific experiment done recently.
There we go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is Chris justifying his craziness. Where they took mice. Well, it's always mice and lab rats, and they injected it with blood.
From young
Young
mice.
mice. Okay, so you know this.
I have heard
And
this.
they actually started,
behaving like
like-
young mice.
like young mice, and their aging effects started going away.
Yeah, I had heard that.
So how close are we to we have an underground market of just
Of baby
young
blood?
people being sold off so that the old and rich can stay powerful forever? Because I want in.
Want some blood
I want to
magic?
be.
Get some blood magic.
I want to be on the front lines so I can live forever, and
We could,
until we get the technology where I can dump my mind into a computer
sure.
and I can live my life as a toilet.
As a John Hamm toilet.
It's because that toilet's gonna be way more advanced than this fucking PC I got.
You could do what that there was like an old Romanian baroness from like the Middle Ages. Do you know the story?
There's a Countess Bathory who would bathe
In the blood of young women. She
Yeah.
would find virginal young girls
and
from
she was
the
on
village.
something.
Oh yeah, and she would just have them like
She just went about it the wrong way.
He would have them lashed to a bathtub and then cut them open and then
You don't
like,
need to be cut to bleed.
this is
Especially
so
if you're
true.
young.
Young maidens, this is true. Oh my
There's a
god.
thing called menstruation.
Yeah.
Young Bathory she was really missing a trick there.
Yeah. So again,
Oh.
she just went about it the wrong way.
She really did. She really
So I
missed.
say.
So not menstrual blood.
It's still
It
blood.
has egg. It
So
has
what?
eggs in it.
So I mean that's extra healthy if any.
Yes.
all
That's
them nutrients.
Have you played Bloodborne? Because this is more or less the premise of Bloodborne.
Is it really?
I don't know if you
Talk
know.
about blood magic.
I'm just spitballing among friends. I don't know what you mean.
Go, Chris, tell him.
There's ragdoll physics, boob physics,
Wow.
And blood
And
magic.
blood.
And menstruation blood.
It sounds like
It plays a way bigger part of the lore than you would think.
it's really checking all my boxes. It's
Yeah.
it's weird body horror shit. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure.
all your boxes are done.
And don't look up the ending.
Okay.
Or like the end stuff because it's going to blow you away
Okay.
once you find out what it is. Specifically you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Nick, what have you been up to?
Oh, okay. So so for me,
These are always like the longest segments.
Yeah, these
by
are
the way.
always
Oh
long.
yeah.
They usually are. So for me, let's see. First thing, last recording, I got to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh shit, I saw
One,
that.
two.
Yeah, I saw that with you.
Exciting.
Yeah, it was really good. I really liked it. It was
It's a movie.
Spoilers,
movie.
yeah, it's a good
because I
movie.
can't because like some of my favorite parts are like a lot of spoilers.
Oh, can we not spoil it at
Well,
all?
all I say is my favorite parts are still the same as if the first Guardians were. Just the character interactions. Anytime where James Gunn is allowed to have his characters talk,
It's pretty great.
it's the best parts of those movies. It's a visual treat for the eyes. So like.
It is.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, and
Think
Sean Gunn's great in it.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's fucking great.
he's great.
Sean Gunn's in all of his brother's movies.
Yeah, but he's even better in like the. Yeah, like particularly he stands out in this one.
Yeah, visually it's the best one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That poster's terrible though.
Do you think...
Is it worse than the Black Panther poster?
Ooh, that's another. The Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, that one's bad.
Have you seen the Black Panther?
I've not seen the poster, I've just seen the trailer, which I was very excited for the trailer.
It looks good.
Yeah.
And Joe Bassett.
The poster is absolutely.
What is the
great.
poster?
Let me see if I can pull it up. People will. You can pull it up on your fucking phone.
Everyone look it up right now while we
Right
look
now,
it
right
up.
now, right now, right now, right now.
10 minutes later,
I'll
we'll
read you
come
the
back
first
to
page
you.
of Tim Allen's.
Black Panther.
If you read my last biography, Never Stand Too Close to a Naked Man, you'll know that that was a legitimate book he wrote
Yeah.
at the peak of Tool Time fame.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's where Home Improvement comes from.
that was Home. But yeah, is it wrong that in my mind, the show is called Tool Time, even though it was called Home Improvement?
Yeah, I think Total Time is makes.
Oh, that's underwhelming. That's,
Yeah.
Why does it look so cheap?
It looks so because it is cheap. Someone photoshopping on their lunch break, and like I know because I recognize most of those effects.
Yeah.
Is that Africa?
No, it's Wakanda.
It's
Wakanda.
In Africa.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is that an entire continent? Yes, it's
See,
one
and
person
it's one of those
representing
things
the
where-
entire
Deep in the
continent.
Congo.
The concept, like itself, if I just take the idea of Black Panther sitting on his throne in Wakanda,
Yeah.
that has the potential to look like a really badass,
Yeah.
like power shot for him. But it's executed so poorly. Like the seats weirdly angled.
And why is it so
It's
low?
off-center.
We should be
Yeah.
looking up at him.
Yeah. And the lighting's weird. In
Yeah.
the background, nothing's going on. And
No one's there. He looks lonely.
That seat's uninteresting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way the lines come, like
But I think it's because it represents something more, because he is the Black Panther, and like
yeah,
the Black Panther movement and all.
Oh,
some of that stuff.
yeah.
I mean,
So it might be a reference to that.
I'm very
I think it
curious.
is,
I'm
but-
very curious to see
It is.
if they tie in, like, real world Black Panthers
Yeah.
to. I don't know. Because everything.
Because you're right. It is like his character is wholly based on that movement.
It's named after it,
Yeah.
definitely. Have you guys seen the trailer for the new?
I have
Imagine
not
Angela
yet.
Davis has a feature in it. That'd be hilarious.
Whoa!
She teaches in like Santa Cruz, I think.
Angela Davis.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Oh yeah, because I had a friend who went out and she did a talk on. I mean, what can't she do a talk on?
On
Yeah.
everything.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing if she did, because she was arrested for being a part of the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah. The trailer's good. The trailer is good.
Okay.
I'm very interested.
I finally just saw the Thor Ragnarok trailers. Like,
Oh.
so what?
Like
what
that.
am I not going to watch and not watch Planet Hulk?
Oh,
the
Planet Hulk
coolest
is-
thing.
Man.
One of the coolest thing to happen in Marvel.
That was
Dude.
really. Oh my god.
Dude, did you see Trigger Studios? They did a lot of drawings of Planet Hulk.
Shut up.
Yeah,
you,
Kiyo
Nick.
Yoshinara, the guy who did Little Witch Academia.
Oh, fuck off. Okay, hang on.
He just started reading Planet Hulk. He's like, oh,
you
this
guys
is cool.
keep talking. I'm going to look up
I'm gonna draw the characters from Planet Hulk, and he
Planet
starts drawing them.
Hulk.
That sounds really cool.
Trigger.
Yeah.
Well, because he drew the Street Sharks, so, like, that was cool.
Yeah.
He's getting
So-
close to Kristen Bell's sloth.
I mean, we're almost sloth happy. I mean,
Yeah.
so close, so close.
Sloth tier.
So what else? Oh yeah. So
Is it this?
Hmm?
Is it? This looks like his style.
hang on, he's showing me.
Is that it?
It's very green.
It looks like his shading.
That's alarmingly good.
Yeah, that's in my Aishis. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh my god, that's so cool. That's like
This plays great.
It looks a lot like Dead Leaves. If you've ever seen the movie Dead Leaves, the style looks very, very...
Well, yeah, they were one of the lead animators.
Oh, well,
yeah. So.
Checks out.
Meishi and Takeshi.
That really dramatic.
That's why I'm a fan of Trigger.
Facial
everything looks like
expression.
this.
Yeah, so okay, like any animation you see of like that kind of like huge exaggerated proportions, like I don't know, like Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
And Redline, that's Kaioki. That's Takeshi.
Oh, okay.
Like he's known for that. Him and Meishi.
It's like totally my aesthetic. So,
yeah,
absolutely stylish as hell. What else? So, speaking of Nightmine, I finally caught up on Lasagna Cat.
Oh my god!
You wanted to talk about it.
I want to talk about because
I want to talk about it too.
Explain to everyone what Lasagna Cat is.
So, yes. So Lasagna Cat is it was a YouTube channel in like 2008.
Not the 90s.
Not the 90s. I wish.
But in the spirit of
it was made. It was made by like some of the people who ended up being head writers for Key and Peele's show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see this? Yeah, it happens a lot. Like it happened with Wham City and like all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I have some. Okay, no, never mind. Go ahead.
Lasagna Cat.
Yeah. So I never try to spoil the structure of the videos themselves because like the way they do it
is really
it's fantastic, and that's the whole point of it. Is like
the whole point of that video is the editing and like actual structure of that show.
Yeah.
So, like. It's definitely not the writing.
So obviously it's a take on Garfield and like just beginning. I'll explain the beginning of the videos. Usually the beginning of the videos, what they do is that they have the actors dressed up as Jim.
It's John Arbuckle and Garfield
and
or Odie sometimes.
Sometimes Odie, and Odie's like a giant.
And they act out the strips, like they act it out to you, and then they have like some shitty laugh track, and then they show the actual strip, and then something. And then they like play off it. And
then the initial joke of it is, wow, that's not even kind of funny. Why would anyone find that funny? And then they're like, what? And when I watched the first few, I was like, why are these guys making up such terrible jokes? And then they show you with a date, and they're like, oh, this is actual public. This is what real Garfield is.
It's a play off the phrase. Well, it's when you say when someone's reading a comic, it plays better if you view it as a movie. Or
if you imagine it as a movie, it'll be funnier. And it's like, no, this is less funny. This is more upsetting, if anything.
Yeah. I think Garfield without Garfield is still like the greatest thing to have come out of.
That's Garfield.
Oh yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah.
And then the last video
is a 4-hour.
The 4-hour sex. Oh my god.
So they. Oh, it's your thing.
Yeah, it's your thing.
No, because you bring up too because like the last.
No, explain what the premise of that video is first.
Well, because they had a video really that came out before that.
Yeah. So the last video is about like beforehand they had was it a website or was it like?
No, it was on their YouTube.
It was on their YouTube channel.
But it was definitely the most production that ever went into any of their videos.
And it was like John in a phone booth explaining, we want you to call this number that we've set up. We're having a sex survey. We want you to just state your name and then the number of sexual partners you had, and hang up, please. That was basically it, and they had it up for 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the whole
people did.
Yeah,
people did.
Yeah. And how they structured showing the calls they got is that they have the characters on a couch.
Yeah,
just like the house in the comics, and it'll be just set up as a knock joke.
Knock.
Newspaper. Who is it? And then
then they play the recording of someone's actual voice who called in, like Stephen who, and then they would play the recording, Stephen Miller, 7, and then that's the joke,
and then laugh track, and then it goes back,
and they played that for 4 hours in a loop with John, Garfield, and Odie answering the door.
Every single call.
And it was real people who had called in with their actual names and actual sexual histories as a number.
Kudos to you for watching all 4 hours.
I did watch all 4 hours.
I did not.
Dude, okay, Raymond. Oh my god, Raymond. The caller, Raymond, remember him?
Was he the one who...
He called 4 times, and the last one he was the role-playing, remember?
Yes.
That one's amazing.
God,
explain it. You can't just say like.
Yeah, I was going to.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Just make sure we're on the same page here.
Just so sincere.
That's the way you play it off. You have to be fully sincere.
Yeah. No, because like there's someone who calls 4 times. Calls number 4 times, and he keeps changing the number. like 6 now, and then like I'm calling again to say actually it's 5. You know, if I count this one time, is it 7? I think it's 7. And then the 4th time, the last time he calls, he's like, hey, you know, like, this is kind of uncomfortable to talk about, but I think I just need to bring it out. I mean, the reason I'm calling so much is because, like, in the 90s, I used to be on those sex chat dating websites in the 90s, and, like, I used to role play a lot with other people, and you know there were some users that were like, a lot of them were pedophiles at the time.
Oh my god, I forgot that.
Yeah,
I forgot he said that.
Were pedophiles who had accounts, and you know I used to like had a fake female account, like just to see how people react to it. And you know, I got a lot of compliments, were really nice, but then I got some weird stuff where it's like people gave their address and where to meet them. And, you know, it's like, I mean, I'm not sure if those count at all, and that's just what I wanted to say. Thanks for listening. and then it goes to the next
But
one.
you gotta remember, so this doesn't communicate again in an audio medium, but every time that they show you this, it's all written in a word balloon next to a person.
Like a mannequin.
All of this is written out on screen.
Okay.
While the words are being spoken.
Yeah. There was one I thought was great. It was like, who is it? Andy. Andy who? Andy. 7. 2 of them are my father.
And then, do you want to talk about the end part of it?
Oh, those last 7 minutes make it all worth it.
It's amazing. Because then the last scene is...
Well, part of me would argue don't even watch the 4 hours, just watch the last 7 minutes.
I mean, the last
I don't know. There's some amazing stuff.
Someone should make a highlight reel.
I mean, so the last...
4 hours, man.
Someone timestamps like the best ones.
Okay. You know what? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Is... knock knock, who's there? John. John who? John Arbuckle. And John answers the door, and it's John. And John is... John says... 2. And he's like, John, 0. And then closes the door on John. And John is just outside, and he sees an actual, like, it's an actual orange cat walking around. And then there's just, like, a dead cat that keeps following him. And then he gets murdered by, like, a Zulu priest who's dressed in Garfield attire. It's just a naked man with a spear in a desert.
Oh yeah, and then the bathroom.
Oh, and then there's a... Oh my
It's
god.
Russian.
Yeah, it's a Russian girl who has
That was Polish.
Oh, it is. No, you're right. It's Polish.
It's Polish.
Someone translated it.
She has like a severe miscarriage in a toilet, and it's like a cat.
It's the
a
grossest
cat
thing.
that's in the toilet.
Orange cat.
And it's
old.
It's oh my god.
It's dying.
It's so severely strange.
It's so fucked up. Like, everyone go watch it.
Creepypasta type shit.
I mean, yeah.
No, I would argue it's
okay.
worse.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, anybody creepypasta, like, you're done, because as long as you cat just stole.
Oh my god, it's really well
Sure.
done.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much effort they went into making something so...
It's crazy how much goes into that, dude. Because you're right. They type out every fucking word in a word bubble, and then they have to post it on a newspaper in a transition. And the headline is like...
So they'd have to reprint so many newspapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that... Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and then
It's 4 hours. It's so fucking long to do that over and over again.
Yeah, it's amazing what they do. Like, someone timestamped the best ones. One of my favorites was someone answered the call in Morse code.
Really?
Yeah, Morse code is like, Garfield's like, who is it? Beep, 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 beep. What is this? And then like it's just a machine, and then it's just in Morse code. But someone in the comments translates it in Morse code.
What did it say? What did it say?
It said like Tom like 16, like something like that. Like
That's
some
fantastic.
Shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, amazing.
It's
Morse code.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
What a treat. What a treat.
Yeah.
So what else?
Anything else?
So besides that, been catching up on Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
I'm about to finish the second season. I know they're showing the third season on AMC.
Yeah.
But I'm about to finish the second season. It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good. It's really great.
I heard it stands on its own 2 feet, which is what you have to do with a spin-off show like that.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of. I still love the cinematography, like the way it's beautifully shot. Yeah. They always do an awesome job with that. Yeah, Saul Goodman. It's always it's just really cool seeing his whole story.
How much he is. I mean, he's very much his own person, but like the parallels to Breaking Bad is crazy.
Yeah.
The amount of like someone being like, no, I'm doing this for the right reasons, I think.
Yeah.
This is fine, right?
Well, I think most people who do bad think they're doing it for the right reasons.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that's how you make a compelling character anyway, is you have to... I think we talked about this before. The best antagonist is the protagonist of their own story.
Yes.
They, like, I have to go... I get it. I don't agree with you, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get why you did everything. So.
Yeah.
It's like cool motive, still murder.
Yes, exactly.
Still murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm glad to hear that. I can't wait to get on it.
Good.
Yeah.
It's really good. I think what's my favorite? I think my favorite characters so far is the Hitman. His whole
Mike Ehrmantraut?
Yeah.
Mike Ehrmantraut.
His whole story is really interesting because they do the thing where it's like two stories at once and how they're connected.
Yeah.
Or they do Saul Goodman's story and then they cut to Mike's story and how like him and his like how like he's connected to the police in Chicago and his whole thing of leaving the force and becoming a hitman.
Well, has anyone else here watched all of Breaking Bad?
All of Breaking Bad?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say Better Call Saul.
All of Breaking Bad. I mean, I think that I agree it stands on its own, but there's also a beautiful level that you get when you have also seen all of Breaking Bad, and you can kind of enjoy these characters.
Okay.
In this other way. I'm honestly really interested in a few years down the road when someone hasn't seen Breaking Bad and watches this story chronologically.
Yeah.
Like they start with Better Call Saul and then watch
that's
Breaking Bad happen.
That would be interesting.
That'd be an interesting thing to watch. Actually.
I've never watched Breaking Bad, so I'll start that.
Oh, it's very good.
It's really good.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's 7 seasons though, so it is.
It's 5.
It's 5.
It's 5 seasons, and I
okay.
think it's 10 or 12 episodes a season.
Yeah.
So it's not crazy.
Yeah, but it's an hour-long episode. So
They are
just,
hour-long
Just know
episodes.
you're in it
Skip.
for long.
Skip.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in Better Call Saul, there's one scene, like I think sold me on the show, that just the way they introduce some of these the way they introduce some characters is really interesting because you get like a different parallel to how they're introduced in Breaking Bad, like you said.
Like Tuco?
Yeah. Tuco and then the twins.
Fuck those twins.
The way they're
The twins are in
introduced in Better Call Saul is just, oh man, like it just says everything about who they are and like what they're about, like.
So, like, this isn't necessarily a spoiler, but in Breaking Bad, there are, like, 2 enforcers from the Mexican cartel who are the twins, who are, like, these 2 guys who are just fucking terrifying, bald men from Mexico.
Yeah.
Who just, when they show up, you're like, oh, well, something bad's gonna happen to somebody. Oh, my God. Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing, man.
So I recommend Better Call Saul. It's fantastic so far.
I still haven't. I've watched all of 1 and 2, and I still have to catch up on 3. I still haven't watched 3 yet, but
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So anything else there?
Danger's new album came out in 1789. I was like,
Oh yeah, fuck! I have to listen to that, dude.
It's great. It's really good. Danger is a French electronic musician.
Yeah, more than vein of synthwave stuff. If anyone's ever played the game Fury, he's done a lot of the tracks for that game. So,
and he hasn't had an album since 2007. So 10 years.
Wow.
And he's still but he pumps out singles a lot.
Yeah.
It's great. Like he might as well have made an album
with Fury.
Fury was 4
separate
songs, and then he made like a bunch of weird singles.
Yeah.
Offhand, like that could have been an album.
Yeah.
Is how much he put out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still doing a timestamp thing where like every time he finishes.
At first I hated it, but now I'm like I find it endearing.
Yeah. Like whenever he finishes making a song, he looks at the clock and it's like, oh, it's 10 a.m. Okay, that's the name of my song now. 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What if there's like 10 a.m. for both?
So what he does is they're formatted differently.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes it'll just be like, let's say it's 10 a.m. It's 10 and then colon and then 2 zeros. Or he'll do 10 out at 10 and then an H to say hours and 00, and then that album will be done in military time.
Okay.
Rather than so that's how he circumvents that problem.
Yeah. So for this album, I think it's the most theatrical so far.
Yeah, because that's what he says he's wanted to do, is he wants to make these like stuff that reminds him of watching movies, like and listening to the score for the first time.
Yeah, I think he does a great job with it, the way he does the orchestral. I always liked how he combined orchestral instruments and with electronic music, which is really interesting. I will say though that while this is probably my favorite album whole, he's done. There's 2 songs that are really bad. There are two songs that are genuinely bad. Not because of him. His production's always fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just he has 2 guest singers on it. On separate tracks.
No, it's a re-plus situation.
Yeah, where just the singers are just bad. And I wish I can just have it. If you can have an instrumental of those 2 songs, it would be great.
Oh, that sucks.
Like I have to. It's so weird because like I'm listening to it and it's like, oh, this is great, and then I hear the chorus and the singer and I just have to stop playing it because it's just so unbearable.
Wow.
Dude, that sucks.
Because like generic music you hear like in a movie trailer, you know, like when they try to use trap music and like you said, like Power Rangers, that kind of singing.
Yeah. That Kanye West song.
Yeah. Okay, imagine that.
I didn't even know it was a Kanye West song until someone told me.
Like if you, it's just.
Oh fuck that! I can't even stand that trailer. But
yeah, I mean maybe it's probably just out of preference of singing, but I mean if you're into that singing, then it's a good song. But I can't bear through it. So those 2 songs, which it's the only 2 songs with vocals, they're generally bad songs.
Damn,
I don't like them. But
one of my favorite songs by him, it has vocals on it, and like
yeah. But everything else he did on the album is fantastic. So man.
Okay.
So I will still recommend buying the album. Just like just be aware of those 2 songs.
Okay.
With the guest singers.
Guard up.
Yeah. Yeah. So besides that, we did talk about gorillas, humans. So I started. We
spent like a huge
so much time.
Actually, a huge shot. Most of a third, I think, of that podcast was us talking about.
It's a lot to cover.
Yeah. Humans, Gorilla's new album. So I started listening to the deluxe songs now.
Oh, okay.
Out of curiosity, they're really good. There are some songs that that definitely are my favorite. Which one? Out of Body, and The Apprentice are really good.
Okay.
They had some. It's with new singers. I keep forgetting their names, but there are some that were from the whole album itself, like Kelly Urich, the singer. She's in the deluxe songs. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to what else they do. And they released that new single, Sleeping Powder, the 2D song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you watch that? Did you watch that video?
I've not seen it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
the video's
music
weird.
video.
Like that's not saying much.
For
Gorillas, yeah.
Yeah, a song by 2D who said on Twitter, "Hey, I made a song and it's gonna come out tomorrow," and it came out the next day.
Oh,
yeah.
It's just
which I fucking love that kind of shit. Like, when's it out? Oh, it's today. Like, it's out now. Like, go watch it. Oh fuck.
Okay.
It's always like a nice surprise.
Yeah.
It's
So,
a good song.
Oh yeah, so
the video's weird.
It's weird. It's pretty great. It's just 2D in like front of a green screen, just dancing.
Yeah. Oh my god, that sounds so fun.
No, yeah, it really is.
Does he do like the Just Do It motions or?
Well, he's like they have like the mocap of the 3D, 2D and 3D.
I would be careful what you say because then because part of the whole thing is him moving.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is kind of the fun of that video. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, that's great, and I think it's pretty much it for my one.
Cool. Did we get to yours?
No, I'll go fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. No, not trying to put pressure on you.
Okay. Watching Sense8 with tears of rage in my eyes. Let's see what else. I just watched a movie yesterday which blew me away. It's a little indie movie.
Was it Raw?
No, it wasn't.
I still haven't watched Raw either, so
yeah,
it's fine.
So, yeah.
One day, Ian, me and you will watch Raw.
We'll watch Raw. I'm very excited to watch Raw.
Fire Black.
No!
For those who don't know, because I don't think we explained it, Raw is about this woman who's vegan and has meat for the first time. Yada, yada, yada. She starts cannibalizing people.
Oh, I think I saw a trailer for that. I was like, this is vaguely Carrie meets Hannibal.
Yeah, that's like kind of vibe again. It's a French film.
Oh, is it?
I think, yeah. Or it's definitely foreign, but I think it's French.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. This came out like Sundance and Fantasia, so
I've
heard good things about it. So I want to check it out.
Things.
Yeah, so. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's on Netflix right now. It's a movie called Catfight. Have you guys?
I saw the title.
It's really good.
What's it about?
It's about
Tell me.
all right. 2 women beat each other into comas at separate points. Commentary about America's presence globally. Do you want more than that? Because I can kind of do more than that.
No, that's like...
I'm sold.
I don't know. I'm kind of sold. Because Because now I want to know the link. I want to know.
So like, I'll just set you up. So the first part of the movie is there's
how much cat? Well, how like heavy is the cat fighting? Are we talking full on hair pulling or?
Oh, it's like
wigs come off.
It's like hair pulling, tooth out knocking, tool using to bludgeon fighting. Okay. Yeah. It's So there's this woman who she's a rich suburbanite.
Okay.
Lives in a nice part of New York, and her son is a very talented artist, and she keeps discouraging him, like actively telling him, "This is pointless. Please stop doing it." Actually saying like, "This is pointless. There's nothing good in being an artist."
Yeah.
Does she have like
as evidence of this show?
Mom names?
No, she's a Chinese actress who's married to a white dude. Wait.
Okay.
And then
I just want her name.
Oh, it's like it is actually. It's like Karen or something. But,
fair enough.
So her husband works in the military-industrial complex, and they're throwing a party because they just found out they got a contract from the military. They're going to be rebuilding a bunch of stuff in Iran after they blow it up. They've got the contract for the buildings that haven't been blown up yet that they're going to have to rebuild later.
Oh, okay. Intriguing. That's more interesting than the fight, but like...
Yeah. And so then there's this woman there's this blonde woman who's a couple with the blonde girl from Clueless, who spits food into her baby's mouths in real life. I hope you know who I mean.
No, fuck. I read that article.
Yeah, you know who I mean?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. What a weirdo.
I forget her name. But anyway, so they're a lesbian couple, and she's an artist, and she makes extremely violent, upsetting paintings.
Okay.
And basically she's told, well, nobody wants to buy something.
This is becoming too real for me, man. Like, this is hitting home.
No one wants art that's this upsetting. Yeah. This is, no one
wants the truth.
And then she has like another artist. I'm trying to make this short. I'm sorry, man.
That's okay.
She has another artist that she shares a space with who paints cute bunnies. Little blue bunnies. Yeah. And they're like, oh, I like that. Why do you like painting bunnies? Because they're cute. I don't know.
Oh my god.
It's like...
Bunnies are the harbinger of death.
What else about them do you like?
Bunnies just murder each other for funsies.
But there's this one line they keep repeating that blows me away. Yeah. They're like, I guess I like bunnies because they're sexual but non-threatening. What? You're right. Bunnies are very sexual but non-threatening. What?
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Wait, did she answer herself or like...
No, that's... Yeah. She says that, and then the guy's like, yeah, you're right. Bunnies are sexual and non-threatening. And so, anyway...
It's so creepy, but like, okay.
And so...
Yeah, I'm fascinated now. I want to know what the motivation for that line is.
So then you get... The lesbian couple have to supplement their money by doing catering work. And they're catering at this woman's husband's party, the military does. And she's like, oh my gosh, we knew each other in college, so on and so forth. She's like, yeah, we lived together for like a long time. It's like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Did you stick with that art thing? Like, yeah. It's the most derisive way of explaining it. So they have a fight, and she falls down 7 flights of stairs. And then the woman who was married to the military industrial guy wakes up. It's like, oh, and the doctor's like, it's really good you woke up when you did. I'm the coma doctor. What? I said I'm the coma doctor. No, Okay, and they explain that, you've been in a coma for 2 years.
Wow.
It's like, oh my god. It's really good you woke up. We were going to have to move you today. Why? Well, you're out of money. But why? Well, you have to sign up for insurance and you didn't. So, sucks, right? It's like, but I have lots of money. My husband has lots of money. Oh, no. No, you don't. Your husband's dead. What? Yeah, your husband's dead. How? Well, what I understand is he divorced you, ran away with his business partner, and then the both of them exploded in the Middle East while they were doing contracting work. And she's like, I want to see my son. Your son's dead. What do you mean my son's dead? Oh, they started a draft. He was in the military, but my son's 17. Yeah, they lowered it to 16. If you can drive, you can kill. Sorry. Did they lower the drinking age? That's still 21. God damn it!
Yeah.
That's some
Again, this is
commentary
becoming
right
too
there.
real for me.
And then
'Cause I've had those conversations.
And then it turns out that she oh, it's so fucked up. She finds out, so she gets a job as a maid because that's all that she can do. She has no money and no insurance, and she finds out her son didn't get drafted. Her son volunteered because he thought, well, I guess art is useless. I might as well make a difference by doing something. So I joined the military, and then he died. So that's
even more fucked up.
That's the first 20 minutes of the movie.
What's the movie called?
Catfight.
Catfight. Okay.
It's so good.
All right.
It's so.
No, you told me. I'm gonna probably
sold.
check this
Yeah,
out.
I'm
Yeah.
checking it
Oh
out.
my god. And there's like it's a 3-act movie. So much else that happens. So many more catfights. It's oh my god. Such a treat. Such a treat.
Yeah.
What else have I been doing? I also, besides that, I started reading a sci-fi novel called
Which one?
Left Hand of Darkness. Was it?
Oh yeah, read that.
Oh yeah, have you?
Ursula
Yeah.
Gwynn?
Ursula Le Guin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
I don't know.
I might still have my copy actually.
What did you think of it? I'm about halfway through it.
So here's why I dropped some honesty
Okay.
because I read it for a class
Drop it.
and I quote unquote read it. So
Okay.
So let's have the spark.
yeah, so I looked up some summaries, some
Okay.
reactions.
Fair.
So I know kind of like the general gist, but
No, it's pretty cool. It's like it's
from what I heard, it's a good book.
it's a very good. It's a Star Trek-esque universe where humans colonized a bunch of planets, and we're meeting aliens, and we're trying to get them to join like the Federation.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're on a planet. There's like this dude, and he's on a planet where everybody is. They call it bi-gendered, or like they have like hormonal fluctuations where they go between estrus and testosterone.
Yeah.
And then
That part I do remember.
And then there's like oracles on the planet who can actually prophesize things apparently.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just a fun little book about power structures. So far is mostly what it's about like because the planet is under a monarchy.
Yeah.
And they're very threatened by the idea of like a democratic like confederation of planets being put up against a monarchical rule. Okay. But I don't know, it's fun and it's cool. And I don't know, you can dance to it. I don't. It's.
Poppy gets like.
It's Poppy.
Get those shoulders bouncing.
Oh my God, Poppy just put out a new single, and I'm very excited about it. Do you know Poppy? Poppy. That Poppy. Have you?
You're so desperate for one of us.
I just want someone to like that Poppy. She's so good. She's
I know the Nightline video on it.
Oh my God, she's so. She puts out that Poppy is like a pop star whose gimmick is that she is
a pop star. Basically,
her
gimmick is she's the most poppy pop star
who is actually constructed by the Illuminati.
Oh,
yeah.
Is she the one that goes like, "Hi, I'm Poppy"?
I'm Poppy.
Every single video?
Well, not every video. Like she has other stuff that she does. Like
yeah.
Her friend is
It's also hinted she's an android.
She's probably not a real person.
Yeah,
that could be, or that she's like one of many that have been reproduced over and over again.
Yeah.
There's but now there's like recurring plot lines on her YouTube channel.
It's been a while, so yeah, you probably should be right.
Yeah, like the mannequin who used to interview you, like she had a mannequin.
She's back.
She's back, and now she has a codeine addiction, and she starts hitting her mannequin child because he keeps asking too many questions.
I'm gonna have to get back into these videos.
Oh my God. And also, Poppy is friends with a skeleton, an anatomy skeleton, and a potted plant.
Is the skull still?
The skull now has a whole body that's an anatomy skeleton. So it's a treat. It's a real treat.
Eventually, it's gonna become a body.
Oh my God! It's gonna become Titanic Sinclair.
Dude, don't worry. One day you'll find a friend who will also listen.
I'm gonna have lots of friends who listen to Poppy because it's great. But no, that book is really good.
So I've heard.
So yeah, it's pretty great. I don't know what else have I been doing. American Gods. You got to watch American Gods.
I know. But I told you I'm gonna reread the book because it's been so long.
It's really good.
So,
The season's almost over. There's one episode left.
Okay, cool. So
only 8 episodes long. Yeah.
So by the time I finish the book, I can just binge the entire thing.
Binge it.
And then I gotta do that for Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah.
Twin Peaks we saw when we went to go watch Guardians of the Galaxy. They did a trailer for Twin Peaks, the movie.
Really?
Fucking exactly what I wanted.
What was the trailer?
It was just quick. It was just cuts of characters, and they were staring at stuff, as David Lynch has want to do.
Yeah.
And me and Nick are like losing our minds because we think it's so fucking good.
It's amazing.
And then my sister, who we took to go watch it, she's like, I don't get it. Why is it you guys going? And then I went, no, you don't get it. David Lynch does this shit all the fucking time.
Yeah, he does.
And he does cuts like this, and it should be boring, but it's the most fucking compelling thing. And like,
she didn't talk to us after that.
Nick, I'm gonna make you this offer. If I said yes to Bible Black, we would also have to do a watching of Inland Empire and do talk over Inland Empire.
Maybe Inland Empire, sure.
I can negotiate. I'll do that. Okay. Fine. We'll do that.
Everyone heard it here first.
Damn it!
We'll get into talks about doing this.
Watch New
Can
Testament.
I say do not know these people?
Whoa.
I'm gonna get arrested.
We only do the commentary track. We don't actually post the video. That's the.
Oh, you know what? That's safe. That's safe. That's safer. Yeah.
That's how we did Fully Coolies.
Why don't we just do Bicycle Ferry? Like,
maybe as a bonus.
as a bonus, just do
That's only
Bicycle
15
Ferry.
minutes long.
That's amazing. It's an amazing.
Have a highlight of you guys screaming, having Kristen Bell soft moments.
Yeah.
God, yes. We'll send out videos of each of us crying on
But this
floor.
is gonna. I can see into the future in some timeline. This spins off like a whole thing where we're commentating over like hentai, or like.
No, it's just
other
going to
porn.
become. Yeah, it's just going to become hardcore pornography with narration. Like, you know what's really fun with this one is if you play it at twice the speed and then have the Benny Hill theme.
Yeah.
It's really fun to
super.
listen to.
Especially if you pay attention to the physics.
Yeah. if you line it up with Dark Side of the Moon,
It lines up perfectly, you guys.
perfectly.
Yeah. If you like play them in reverse, so like speed up the process of you getting arrested by the police.
It makes it easier for the government to track what you're.
There actually is a whole team in the government that makes certain porn and hentai
Just to catch people.
to catch.
No, I believe that.
Entrapment through art.
Because I had a friend who read one of the things that was leaked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he read it. Oh man, wow! Just the way they bait him it's insane.
I think Crack did an article too.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah. There's a real job out there, like scouring the internet and like keeping it clean of certain things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heard that, yeah. Crack is doing some great work nowadays.
Jack O'Brien's leaving.
No!
Oh, you didn't hear it?
Yeah, he got a better job.
What? As what?
I don't know. Whoever pays more, I guess.
As the man who saved Crack.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who's taking his place?
They haven't announced yet, or if they did, I don't know who it is.
Are they just going to promote Dan so another O'Brien takes over?
No, we're going to get Does Not Compute Season 3.
Are they doing that?
No.
Oh my God.
I wish.
Go read the article of the Goodbye to Jack.
Oh shit.
It's really nice.
It's real nice. Make you
man.
tear up. Some real funny shit in there too.
Oh man, Jack has been like
David Wong, Jack Cheese, John Cheese, Daniel O'Brien, Michael Swain. 2 cents.
because I literally just the other day was watching the playlist of the Spit Take and thinking like I can't wait till he makes another one of these. These are great.
I felt that way about Does Not Compute, and look how that.
Okay, so
that's really all I've been doing. Mostly for the most part.
All right.
Now we can get to the thing we're supposed to do.
Right.
Trissa, your story.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Segue.
We liked it.
Very much.
Now to elaborate. Now.
It was okay.
Okay, here's a window and it's open. I'm gonna jump in.
Okay, so like we mentioned earlier, me and you had a class together, and the story was our final assignment.
Yeah.
I wrote the story Kushan, which I think has been on the podcast already.
It has.
Although the version I gave was a heavily re-edited, like to the point where I'm like, I think I could even make another video because the story is so different.
Please do.
At this point, yeah, maybe I will, just to save time. But
You heard it first.
Yeah, but your story obviously made on here, and we put in probably the most work for that. No, it was. I liked it. I'm sad to find out that you didn't know what SCP was, because I was getting an SCP vibe from.
It made me think about it a little bit.
Yeah, because it was like
Secret
a facility.
place and...
There's this thing, but everyone seems to be okay with it because it's not really threatening.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like, what was I gonna say? I just dig how the world building, or how the world kind of comes together, without you just fucking hitting us over with like a truck, telling us exposition of how everything works.
I had several sections that were just for world building.
Yeah.
And I sent it to a friend who read it, and he was like, "Why is this even here? It's just exposition. You don't even need it."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, cool. Delete." So that's my editing process. I send it to people and go, "Hey, read this, please."
Yeah. Well, that's a totally valid editing process. That's what I think anyone does.
Yeah.
That's definitely what I fucking do. I'll send this guy like pieces of crap, and then
So much.
You're the beta reader.
A little too much.
Yeah. I used to send it to another friend of mine, but I haven't sent much of my work to him lately.
He's not to be
He's
trusted.
He's a big man in Boston doing film shit.
Oh?
Yeah, what an asshole.
Is it Ben Affleck? Your friend is Ben Affleck?
No, I'm friends with Casey Affleck. That's why I can't talk about it.
That's so sorry. So sorry. So sorry.
But yeah, no, that's totally a valid thing. So, what else anything you want to talk about, like, that didn't make it onto there?
Huh.
I know this all
I don't
seems
know.
kind of
I didn't really, like, add too much to it. It was just, like, for the underground, I think it was, like, a Subterra network where I was gonna, like, make it into, like, oh, it's, like, literally the freeway network, but underground. And I'm like, how would that work?
Yeah.
And the more I would add to it, I'll be like, this is just taking away from the story, which is just Kayla and Albert, like, doing their thing.
Yeah.
So...
And I think that's why your story works, or at least it did for me, is that at its core, yeah, it's about Albert and Kayla and their kind of relationship together. And,
I mean, I did get a feeling that, there's a lot of other stuff going on, but it's not critical for me to know that necessarily.
It's just mentioned passing.
Yeah.
And I actually really like that feeling. It's the whole thing where I talked about once on here about, like, why I like Saga so much. Especially at the beginning, because it's more of a window to a world than an actual someone
give you a road
giving a history. Yeah, because at its core, it's about those characters. This world just happens to be around it.
Yeah.
So, and that I like more because that allows me to piece together stuff and kind of just see, oh yeah, that's how that works, or without someone telling me or giving me the fucking lineage of characters.
And the J.R. Tolkien
history
book. Yeah.
J.R. Tolkien. It's like...
The Hobbit's good.
Goals, like I wanted like make a language, constructed language like he can, but like also I want to punch him in the face, go back in time to like the trenches and just go.
There's something very titillating about the idea of seeing him in a little like booth with, it was him and C.S. Lewis and like a handful of other people who were all like just drinking friends.
The Inklings.
Yeah, the Inklings. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Just like, you can't fucking have Santa there. That doesn't make sense.
It's like, I will have Jesus as a lion if I wanted to.
You know what, John? You're being a real dick about this.
It's going to be a fucking horse and a boy. You're going to like it.
See, that one's my favorite one.
And it
has nothing to do with the main cast. That's why it's like my favorite one.
It actually is my favorite as well.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Sorry.
So what about your main characters? How did you approach them? Where did they come? Do you have any kind of origin from where they came from? What made sense? What about them?
It's kind of hard to say that like they occurred organically because everything in a story is always forced, right? Because you're gonna be making them anyway. Sure. For Kayla, I was like, what if I got a bouncing ball, threw it into like a tunnel or something, and it just bounced around and made that a person.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sure.
It made that person angry and just there.
Yeah.
And who would act as a really good foil to that? And that'll be Albert. And I was like, Albert, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much his character is like, huh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I could definitely see that for both of them.
Yeah.
Especially Kayla.
So.
Okay, fantastic.
Like I said, I'm the most boring person.
And then what about the setup of their relationship? What did you... How did you picture it opposed to what it came out to be? Because I know you said you had so much.
Yeah, I had like a whole bunch. For the administration, there was like the children's sector, and like the adults, which Kayla and Albert are in. And I feel like you've always read that story where it's like, oh, there's a boy and there's a girl.
Mm.
How can it be more obvious? No, fuck you, Avril.
I was just going to...
It's like no, it's the 90s.
He was...
But like, it's always like, oh, here are the two main characters, and they just happen to be the romantic interest. And I'm like,
yeah.
What if they weren't?
Yeah.
Let's just make it platonic.
Mm-hmm.
No,
they can have like a relationship, but it's just platonic.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. I'm totally sick of stories where I have to go, well, obviously the ending is going to be them fucking, and that's how they solve their problems with sex. But, like, that's not how people work through shit.
They work through by talking it out.
Yeah, they're talking it out.
Talking it out, not taking it out.
Not
you can have cat fights and still talk it out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even after a coma.
I think it's like part of the reason I like the ending to Stranger Things so much was because the girl doesn't have to be the trophy. She doesn't have to be.
Yeah, she just has
the guy
good
doesn't have to get the girl
with the guy with
Yeah.
them with all of them
because he's got problems, man.
He's got to work through a lot.
He's still a stalker that has photos of like
totes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh my god! Why is it taking so long for that to happen?
Because they didn't think they were gonna get a second season. They straight up said they had no.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't hear that. They didn't know they were gonna have a second season.
What assholes!
I know, right?
Oh wow!
How dare they didn't think they're
How dare you
their
not
show
love it
would
like
take
I
off.
love it?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Rogue One, right? Like at the end.
Oh yeah.
The relationship.
Oh yeah. I mean, it wasn't a romantic relationship. It was a very intimate one.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
But I read that as camaraderie. Like,
Yeah.
that's wartime.
I mean, like they both obviously respected each other and like they understood like each other's like motives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like like Chris,
and they got that through arguing. So like
Exactly.
Like Chris said, you kind of also think about like would this character fall for someone like this? Like would it make sense for this person?
Yeah.
So that's why.
That's what I hate the most is when I see a relationship. I go, that's not
That's forced.
what would actually happen. Yeah.
Because like it's out of character and it's kind of like you said forced because it doesn't make sense for this character to fall for this kind of, or at least like have that kind of feelings.
Can I just say I just remembered something that's really interesting.
Go
ahead. Someone pointed out to me. So we
Thank
talked
you for
about,
asking permission, by the way.
we were talking about Samurai Jack forever ago.
Yeah.
And so people stand on different sides. We all kind of liked the we liked
Ashi.
Yeah,
I liked
Jack.
it.
Yeah, we thought we were... So, like, people are on different sides of that.
Mm.
But I just heard something that makes some sense to me that I think is really funny.
What?
Is there was one other situation where Jack fell in love with someone.
Aku.
It was Aku.
That's it.
Oh, Nick brought it up.
Oh, did you bring that up?
I brought it up.
It was like, the only other time was with Aku.
It was okay. I have
You
bad
said
memory.
you appreciate our conversations. You're gonna.
That's very funny. That's very funny. Okay, so it was you who said that. Yeah. That's
because like his only one was Aku and like come on like he's 85 like
yeah
come on like he just like that's the closest thing he has like
Nick's like give him a break.
He's got a type.
Jack, like,
I don't know
Yes.
gotta be
He's got
father
a
and
type.
daughter. No, like
He likes antagonists.
He likes he likes some evil.
That's
Yeah,
what I
man.
got.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
So Ashi when she scrubbed the ashes like
I didn't think it would come off.
yeah
How about that? Like I didn't think it would.
But
I didn't think it was as easy as it.
it seems like she was just like really dirty the whole time.
Yeah, like that's what came off to me.
Yeah, like she just doesn't wash ever.
Ugh.
But okay,
I still
guess
stand
we're
by.
different.
I still stand by them. They could have had sex at that after the bug thing, and I think it would have been justified.
Yeah.
I still think it would have.
Yeah, here's some breathing after the credits roll. Yeah.
I'll stand by that.
Well,
Play some D. Martin, yeah.
Dean Martin.
That was D. Martin.
Let's set the mood.
Yeah,
But
that
that
was
was the
Dean
song
Martin.
It was,
last
yeah.
song. So
Yeah.
it's not on my.
Well, I mean, that relationship makes sense to me, intimate.
Oh, no, I agree.
Because like I said, like, it's the context of the characters. Like, it wouldn't make sense.
Context of the characters, context of the situation,
Yeah.
and like it's got to be a lot of things that come together.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, coming back to your story.
What story was that? No, it was not.
Samurai Jack. I know you're
Yeah, Samurai
taking
Jack.
it far
and
writing
Christmas.
it.
So, Jendi, when you were working on Samurai Jack...
Why'd you put the samurai as an old man? No.
Yeah, what?
Yes, because art.
Why was the Mongo there?
Oh my god. He was doing... did you tell her about your doing that voice?
No.
For a while we were doing... when we were doing the record, he did... what was it? It was
I should show you the outtakes.
It's fantastic.
At some point.
he was doing the ghosts as Demongo. So it's
Yeah.
just like...
And then a little bit of pole bearer too, like
Pole bearer.
towards the end.
Like, you know, like from wrestling, like, you take my Undertaker, that guy, the little short guy.
You sound so sad when you explain
Like,
it.
You sound really upset about it
He
now.
died, and I'm bummed out because, like, oh shit, that guy's dead.
He was so mad when I was like, "No, you can't do it."
Because, like, my voice, like,
It would have been.
destroys.
It would have not matched the tone of that story.
It's like a silly, high-pitched,
Yeah.
shrieky voice.
Yeah.
You
but
did.
I
I was really close. I was really close to doing a second take of the entire story, where we all just did funny voices of everything and totally ruined the tone.
It would have been great too. Just
Probably
make it
would've.
comedy. Yeah,
I just do
Maybe
Daffy
we'll do
Duck.
that. Daffy Duck.
I just do Daffy Duck, yeah.
Dude,
I don't suppose what I do. I could do a Swiss car.
Oh,
Maybe.
okay.
I don't know. I don't know what I would have done for Kayla.
So,
But
yeah.
Pole Bearer was like fucking perfect.
Or you could do... I think you did a pretty good magical merc... What's the guy with the magical merc bag? I'm Dr. Henry Killinger. This is my magical merc bag.
You're like, I'm the captain now.
I could do yeah.
Caleb, I'm the captain now. Albert's like, yeah.
Yeah, but Nick would just do like these really ghosty voice for
silly
the post.
ghost.
I just, that's
Ooh, the hieroglyphs, my
Undertaker. Like that kind of shit.
It's like it's here again.
Sound.
It was like the opposite end of the voice we had chosen after, which was really serious. Because I thought some of the jokes would come out better if you had done a serious voice.
Yeah, and they
especially because towards the end, the poster becomes just, at least the way I interpret it, fucking tired
So
that he has to explain
Yeah.
this shit
Yeah.
to people. And like, so I thought it'd be funnier if he takes on this grandiose voice
did. Yeah.
and just breaks down to look, just fucking, just look at the thing.
Come on.
So move the plot.
Because for me, my cast for the poster, which is just a poster, you know, in Preacher, the Irish vampire dude,
Yeah.
that is a poster.
Okay.
Like,
And,
he's
wait,
a
in the
poster.
show or
Like, in the show.
the comic? Okay, I've only read the comics, man.
I've never seen
And he's
this
just
show.
angry and just dead tired of everything. And goes,
Okay.
you know what? If I could drink, I would.
Oh, okay.
That kind of
Okay.
Yeah.
attitude.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But like he takes pride in being like himself. So
No, he does.
Is that what the show... Is it a vampire show? Is what Preacher is about?
Wait, have you never read the comics?
I don't know anything about it.
Jesus
Really?
Christ, man.
You would like it. You would really like it.
I don't know a single thing about
It's
it.
amazing.
I have the first 2 volumes. I'll lend them to you right now because they're some of the.
Okay.
It's one of the best.
It's a really good
comics
time?
ever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Garth Ennis at
Oh,
his
I-
absolute best.
Oh my god, okay.
At his absolute best, and some would argue his Punisher stuff is there. To me, that's his second best. But that's just personal preference. Fuck, dude, you should.
I'm so
read
sorry. I
Preacher.
didn't... It never came up. It never came up.
but yeah,
I'm having a moment right here. I'm like, is Ian like fucking with me? I've never actually read Preacher.
I think it's like either on Netflix or on Hulu or something. I don't know.
I have both of them, so awesome.
somewhere.
You'll be able to find the
It's
show.
either Stars or something. I don't know.
You should definitely read those fucking comics.
Okay.
You don't need to read the comics to know what characterization.
Well, you should.
is.
But
I mean, if I'm a good person.
I would argue you should because those comics are amazing and.
Okay. I will.
Kristen Bell.
Have you guys... This is slightly to take the heat off, but this is also true. That AMC, I think, they want to do Why the Last Man as a series.
Yes, I have heard about that.
Did you hear who they want to play?
No.
Who is
guy.
it?
This is not a joke. They want Shia LaBeouf.
I was fucking thinking
They
that in
want
my
Shia
fucking
LaBeouf?
head.
He's an actor.
He is an
He's
actor. He exists in the world. Yeah, they want Shia LaBeouf to be the main character.
I don't think he would work.
Oh, I think it'd be amazing.
It would be amazing, but I don't think
He
he'd
was
be
great in Holes.
He was.
great.
I
Even
agree.
Stevens, thank you very
even
much.
yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. My favorite movies. My
And I
favorite
think-
lines.
The Even Steven movie,
The
where they're on a reality show in a volcano.
yeah, where he pushes his sister Impossible into a volcano.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
very
know.
much.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Why do you hate me? When did you start hating me? Since you were born."
Fucking power kick into
Classic
the volcano.
Disney.
Amazing. Classic murdering children. Classic.
They would eat worms. I watched that movie a lot. Okay.
The Even Stevens movie?
I watched Even Stevens a lot too. So.
Oh, okay. I remember. The only thing I remember is they had a weird kid with a weird face, and they implied that he was from outer space at some
Yes.
point.
Yes.
Like he was an actual cockroach monster.
He lived
It
on,
rhymes, so it must be true.
Yeah. He lived on the sidewalk at one point, or he was camping out there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that's where I found out it is legal to camp out on sidewalks.
Is it?
Because he brought it up, and I went, "That's not fucking true." And I looked up, "That's totally true."
You can camp on sidewalks?
Yeah.
Well, now I.
It's not safe, but do it. Like, it's safe.
Yeah, the homeowner's still probably gonna come out and
Be very upset.
yeah, very mad. But it's possible.
Oh my god. This opens up so much to me as a person.
Well, think about it. When you see homeless encampments underneath overpasses,
That's true.
they're on the sidewalk.
Yeah. My god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just always think about Kristen Wiig's character from SNL, where she would repeat that phrase over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh, she can't keep surprises. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's always like
She's always.
twitchy.
She's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're going to tell them that we're actually going to have a baby. Oh my god, they don't know. We do. Oh my god. She's like, she's gonna see a sloth. She's.
Go watch Barbara do Celine.
Bob reduced it.
She's definitely a comedian.
So you mentioned who you picture in your head as like the cast for the poster.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone else you would like cast as the roles for the other characters? Or?
Oh, actually no.
No,
They're just like amalgus.
Okay.
they're like bits and pieces sewed together.
Yeah.
My
It's
favorite.
because I tend to do that a lot. I'm like, man, because sometimes I'll just have someone's voice in my head
Yeah.
whenever I'm writing someone. Like there was that story I wrote. What's it on the house? It was that bar one.
Oh, the bar one, yeah.
Where it's just real sad.
Yeah, I remember.
The entire time.
Where Piano Man became a story. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was honestly the inspiration. That's what I was fucking listening to the entire time.
Yeah.
That song's beautiful. Shut up. And like,
Okay. Well.
what? Let's go.
No, it's fine.
You
Whatever.
should have won the Nobel Peace Prize over Bob fucking
Don't
Dylan.
don't you dare! How? Oh.
That goddamn hippie.
I think it's best if I go now.
Kristen
Writing about the
loves
same thing
Yeah.
over and over again.
He rode around the Watchtower before Jimi Hendrix sang
This is
it.
officially the last episode.
Yeah, but then his last 5 albums were just about weed. Billy Joel was about life.
Billy!
These conflicting.
Oh fuck!
Both from the 90s.
Where did you get your inspiration? Fucking Billy Joel. He knows how things are.
I don't actually think Billy Joel should have won. I don't think Bob Dylan should have won. But
Oh, that's so funny.
I could have named a million other musicians that I think should have won before Bob
Like,
Dylan.
you could have said anyone, but you picked the right one.
I picked the right one.
Who did you have in your head?
Bill Burr
Oh my God, Bill Burr.
as the main character.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like it was part of his voice and like mannerism that I got.
Oh, for
Or at least
sure.
someone with a really good Boston accent.
See, it made me think about Louis C.K.
Really? Okay.
Well, because maybe
that's pretty close. So
yeah,
like,
it's pretty close.
maybe because they were sad.
They're both sad people.
You know what? I can picture more Louis C.K. just because it was sadder, and Bill Burr's would have been tended to more angry.
Yeah.
So I could see that.
And I think
I wanted Edgar Wright as Roland, the guy who doesn't talk.
Oh yeah.
Because
you want Edgar Wright, the director, or Stephen Wright?
Stephen Wright. Sorry, Stephen Wright is
you want the director, Edgar Wright?
From Horace and Pete. I want Stephen Wright.
Because I had just watched Horace and Pete after I watched it and then I read your thing.
Oh, okay.
So,
oh yeah,
because I was also inspired.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. A lot of my stories are just like an amalgamation of inspirations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Taking everything happened to be around a bar.
Yeah.
Was like my idea. But so that could lead into the next question. What were you like watching or listening to at the time? Or was there anything that you think subconsciously you would have picked up?
I'm still like focusing on like the question before.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
like
ahead.
I take it all back. Kayla is Tatiana Maslany as Helena.
Oh wow.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So like imagine her making a yurt underground.
Oh, okay.
Or above ground because she's on the surface now.
Yeah.
With a very heavy Ukrainian accent. It's like, I am safe now. And I don't know about Albert. I'm still like banking on it. So
There's this thing with like Ukrainian accents where I can never hear one that doesn't make them sound old. Or at least middle aged.
Yeah, they all sound like...
I can never picture a young
Ukrainian. They all come out old.
Ukrainian. What? I wonder what that sounds like. I should go listen to like Ukrainian children talk.
You find them and it's just like they all have like middle age.
Yeah,
just... Let me tell you.
Let me tell you about the old country.
My mother's womb. Old country.
There's this fantastic... Let me briefly about Eastern Europe. But there was this article that came out a while ago. They republished in Time magazine where there was like a group of people in Russia. And it turns out that they, from the time of World War I to the early 70s, up to the early 70s, like lived in isolation.
was it the family that just lived underground or something?
No, they lived in like a cabin, but it was like out in the woods of Siberia.
Okay.
So like they were living on their own for a few generations, and like the guy who had moved them there died. So like they were removed from all of it, and so like the daughter of the man who moved them there was like an old woman at the time, and it's just like, oh yeah, when the Great War kicked off, like when the Great War kicked off, we all moved because we thought something bad was going to happen, so we lived on our own. And it's like, has a lot happened since then? It's like since World War I, and it was really weird to bring them back, and they were just like, what is happening? What?
Wait, was this in the 70s, or the article being published? Or?
The article was republished recently, but it was originally published in 1972 or something like that.
Yeah, because the 70s there were like a whole bunch of like sensationalist articles that were like written because of like real accounts, like Genie.
Yes.
That were like, oh, look at these isolates. And it's like really, really weird situations that happen to people, and they're like, we're just going to make profit off of these things.
Yeah,
and it's like so many ethical problems, and
we
know a lot about them today because they were published.
It's similar to the Cracked did an article about a German boy who was found in like the 80s who claimed that like, oh yeah, me and my dad just lived in the woods forever. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And like people felt like he was lying, but they couldn't figure out why would you lie about that?
Why would you fucking lie about
What a
that?
weird thing to lie about. And then they bring him, he was like, can you show us where you lived? And I think he brought them back, and there was like a tent and all this, but like there was no one else there. And like, oh, I don't know where he went. Like, and everything about it seemed like
alarms are going off, but I don't know where to run.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, this feels like a lie, but I don't know why you are lying or why you're telling this lie. This seems... Yeah.
Or why, like, go to this trouble, but not go to the lengths of other stuff.
Right, exactly.
Like, I feel like if you would make a whole encampment, you would find someone to maybe pose as like
as your pretend dad, and like he didn't even make up a like, oh, is your dad dead? I don't know where he is. Yeah.
And why are you super calm about that?
Yeah, why are you not bothered by this, child?
It's like,
Yeah, it happens, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Out in the wilderness where I grew up.
Out in the black woods of Germany, where fucking Krampus lives and shit. Yeah.
Next to Baba Yaga.
Nice
Oh
one,
my
yeah.
god, yes.
Who's supposedly Russian?
She's Russian.
Russian.
Yeah.
She has like a cabin with chicken legs that moves around.
Yes.
And like, is it the barrel that she would fly around in?
Yes, that's right. And then she steals children and makes them into beautiful sacks. For like carrying things.
Yeah. Should I watch the Krampus movie?
Which one?
The new one, the one with the guy from Parks and Rec.
Yes.
Okay.
Not the other one.
Because people are telling me that's actually good,
It's pretty good.
and it's called Krampus.
It's called Krampus. It's made by the guy who did Trick or Treat.
Yes, that's how I was sold on it.
Yeah.
Because someone told me, yeah, it's done with it. Plus, I saw some of the creature designs, and I really like that teddy bear.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
The dark elves, the anti-elves or whatever,
Yeah.
they're trippy. They've got like little wooden Maori painted faces.
I don't know why I'm so unsure about whether or not I want to watch this, but like,
You know
Why
what?
Is it Maori though?
I don't know why, because it reminded me of Maori people, like the tribal people, like a painted big dinner plate, wooden masks on their little tiny bodies.
yeah.
I don't think that's Maori, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I don't think that's
I don't think
even Pacific
that's
Islander.
like maybe
God, you're so wrong,
vaguely
Ian.
European
It's
because
probably
there's
so
like
wrong.
Scandinavian shit that's like.
How dare you?
Forgive me.
Don't be appropriate.
Sorry. But
Know your cultures.
I'm so sorry.
So I should watch Krampus.
You should watch it. It's good.
Okay.
It's good. It's
I'll let you know if I watch it.
okay. Let me know if you watch
And
it.
then we'll watch Raw. And then
We'll watch Raw.
that'll be fine.
Absolutely. Oh my god. I want to watch it so bad.
Yeah.
It looks really good. And I also really want to watch The Void. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Looks.
Were you the one who didn't know it was an old movie that just happened to
Did
be
you
coming
tell
to
me?
theater?
Yeah, because I felt like there's no way. I just saw it. I just saw a trailer for it. Yeah, I guess it is an old movie. It looks really good though.
It's like I think it's actually from the 90s.
Is it from the 90s? Because it looks super 70s. It's like people.
Oh, actually, it might be 70s because I'm thinking it's either.
It's like people in clan hoods with like black triangles on their face, and then there's like a.
They look like the happy people from Earthbound.
Yeah.
That's what they remind me of. So.
And then there's like some Lovecraftian-esque monster. Yeah.
Goncha was the first one ever to tell me about that. So.
Really?
Yeah. You're so behind, man. Like.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
So Preacher, that exists.
So Preacher exists. It is good. Yeah. So. Yeah. Anything that you were drawing from while writing the story? Because I think I asked that question, but.
Well, this is like 2 quarters ago, so I don't remember anything.
Okay.
What was it? Heck. Well, for one thing, it's like Fallout-esque
Yeah.
thing. I think for the administrators, I was just looking at Metal Husband.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure.
The three-eyed metal. What is it? Cogs?
Oh,
That
the
character in Fallout 4.
the floating one. You
The
mean?
floating one, yeah.
Yeah, I know who
actually
you
don't play
mean.
Fallout.
There's like a floating guy who's got like weird little
Cogswell.
bug arms coming off of him. I know.
I think I've seen him. Fallout's one of those surprise a game Chris hasn't played. But like
I haven't played it either. I just
Yeah.
watched Let's Plays.
I don't have Fallout.
I played.
I played it like didn't interest me, but like the world is interesting to me.
The world seems really interesting
Yeah.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Las Vegas becoming New Rome. That seems like a fun idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really cool idea.
I expect no bugs playing those games.
it
No bugs, no glitches,
Isn't it a
nothing.
Bethesda game?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it Bethesda?
is
Yeah,
Bethesda.
It's Bethesda.
Dude, it's super hard Bethesda. Like that's their cash cow, man.
Well, it's Skyrim.
It's not
Yeah.
a bug, it's a feature.
Oh my god. One of my favorite, like,
There
it's
we
not
go.
a bug, it's a feature. I was hearing this story from these podcasters I listen to, and one of them used to do Q&A, and he did it for the Ghostbusters game, like the last one that came out.
Okay.
And there's this bug where you just couldn't, like, he was hitting invisible objects and couldn't traverse through the world properly.
Oh.
And he gets an email from the developer saying, it's Ghost, it's a feature.
Wow.
And he goes,
You're
fuck
surrounded-
off, that's a feature.
Eat a dick. I hate you. Yeah.
Fuck's my check.
Like, what lazy pieces of shit. Like,
It's Ghost.
it's Ghostbusters. Woo!
I thought this was sarcastic, but I legitimately saw this because I know they're doing a new release of. I had it in my head, and I'm an idiot. You remember that first-person shooter that came after Doom, where you kill Nazis?
Wolfenstein.
They're redoing Wolfenstein.
Oh, they're not redoing it. It's a sequel
It's
to
a
the
sequel.
reboot.
It's a sequel to the reboot.
Well, that game came out
Well, I mean,
alongside Doom.
There's old blood and
like-
then new blood, and then there's a new thing.
Well, yeah, but that one was like a DLC adventure. Anyway,
I bring
it
it
was
up.
an old game from like the 80s.
It's from the
shit from the 80s.
Yeah.
I bring it up only so that we can mutually agree and then move on. But I thought this was sarcastic, but legitimately there were people who were like, "Don't you think it's kind of in bad taste to do blah blah blah?" And
To
it's
do
like,
white people as enemies.
to do Nazis specifically,
Yeah.
but like so
No, but they clouded it under white people.
under white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I read those.
Fuck it.
Like,
Okay.
do you not realize that the entire thing about World War II was about Nazis?
Nazis.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
And
also
that this
because of
franchise is
Octo,
built
but-
upon killing
Yeah,
Nazis.
exactly. This country
It's
is
almost
built.
40 years, man, that
Yeah,
this
man.
franchise has been out.
It's a fucking
And
game
this
with
is a
fucking-
sequel
How dare
to a game that came out like 2 years
I just
ago
didn't-
Yeah.
that was about
Come on.
killing Nazis.
It's my favorite game. Don't ruin that shit for me. Like,
You know what?
No, they-
Kill
they're-
Nazis
no, they
all
do.
the time.
Yeah.
All the
Punch
time in
face.
every
It's
situation.
the easiest. It's the easiest enemy to choose.
It's
it's
really
most common. Like,
there's no ethical gray area.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. There's no like.
What do you think about Far Cry 5?
What
Do
was?
you know
what
who the enemy of that is?
No, I am not.
It's
familiar.
this white supremacist group, white religious supremacist group.
yeah, it's called.
in
Kill 'em all.
Utah.
No,
And
no.
Montana.
Utah.
Montana.
No, not Montana. Sorry.
Yeah, North
Okay,
Montana.
Utah's
It was somewhere
kinda
in the
iffy
Midwest.
because of Mormons.
No, have no.
This one's
qualms
like
about
their
it.
own cult. It's not like. It's probably parallels to different cults and religions.
James
Sure.
Bond.
That's their own. Yeah.
Jay, thank you.
But they're all still alive. And, you know.
Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Is it too soon?
I know a guy
Not
who.
too late.
Oh shit! No, it's not Jamestown. It's Heaven's Gate. But he lived next door to the house.
Heaven's Gate.
To Heaven's Gate was happening.
Really?
Yeah, and he didn't know for the longest time that that's where that had happened until like he was getting close to moving out towards the end of college.
Yeah.
Because I think he's in like his final year or whatever.
Right.
And then he's like, yeah. And then I finally talked to neighbors for once, and that's the house where Heaven's Gate happened.
Holy shit.
So,
Have you ever seen? There's
like his whole life,
His whole life.
he didn't know.
There's videos of the people from Heaven's Gate that they like recorded beforehand.
No,
And they're
I haven't
public,
seen
and you
that.
can watch them. They're so troubling.
Yeah, I
they're
imagine
they're
so.
deeply because they're
They
almost
really like Nike. Like
they
it's
love
just-
they. Oh my god!
Is it because of the logo?
It's
Yeah.
because
That's because of
It's
the.
like,
swoosh, just like a comet.
It puts Just Do It under
Oh,
very
no.
different context.
Because they're all like
It's also too soon.
Yeah.
they're almost
Is
sloth
it too
happy.
soon?
I don't think so.
is it too late?
It was the 90s.
It's the 90s.
There we go, full circle.
Because they're almost sloth happy. They're like
Okay.
blissed out, and they're just talking to camera, and they're like,
You gotta be right, like for that level of commitment.
"Yeah, man."
Dude,
And they're
great.
all just like, "I know that my family's not gonna get it, but like this is the happiest I think I've ever been in my life. People get it, and I'm gonna be doing something really good, something that's gonna help a lot of people." So on and so, and just like so many people
Yeah.
over and over, and it's just. Oh my god, it's alarming. It's alarming how like about it they all are.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean. Like sometimes you like to think that like in a it's not too soon in a Waco situation, you want to think like people were like, oh, this is fire. Shit, is there not a door or anything like? But everyone in this situation was like, no, this is great, guys. This is great. Are we having a good time?
Yeah.
Right? Come on, we're having a good time.
Since we're talking about cults,
Yes.
and we were talking about D&D. Yeah, I know. And we were talking about D&D earlier. I had
Yes.
this idea for a D&D character who's just natural 20 charisma.
cults.
Oh, okay.
And like the only logical thing I think you could do in that
Start
world
a cult.
is a cult.
Yeah.
Because you have to be the most charismatic motherfucker in the world
Yeah.
in order to run a cult.
Yeah.
So like, and a lot of the challenges I was going to have for people interacting with it is just resisting becoming part of
that's
the
a really
cult.
cool idea.
Yeah, but I'm always afraid like having natural 20 might just mean they're all fucked.
There's
And,
almost no way to get out of that.
to get out of it.
Yeah.
So that's some idea I have.
Are there any... I don't know enough about D&D to know if
I
there's like a
fucking don't.
thing you can pick up that's like resistant to charm or thing.
No.
You pick up a rock.
I don't know enough about D&D. I just like the ideas that I can.
Those are
that
that's
I
a
can
cool
create
idea.
really crazy characters like based on stats. One of them was just straight up a cult.
That's I was gonna. Do you remember? I swear from forever ago there's like a sketch somewhere online about cults. And it's like two guys and they're like holding candles in a dark room and it's just like, Dan. Hey Dan, what? Do you think we're in a cult?
No,
What?
it's just a date.
No. What do you mean? Like, well, I mean, like, you remember at the beginning, like, we just used to wear baseball shirts together and go play catch in the park, and it was kind of like we would bring potluck stuff, and it got a lot weirder, right, Dan? I don't know what you mean. Well, like, we used to be able to talk to the Father, and now, like, barely ever see him. He's just kind of in that tower that no one's allowed to go in. Well, that's because where God lives. I know that's where God... But it's like, he used to come out and play catch with us, and all this stuff. And then the baseball shirts, we had to turn them in for these robes. Like, people look at us, guy. Like, these robes. And what about all that stuff we have to do on Wednesdays? You have to keep yourself clean on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is the dirtiest day. But you know, like... I used to just come here for ice cream and baseball, and now I feel like this is a whole other thing.
But I mean, for
So cult leaders are okay for enemies, so I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like for Heaven's Gate, they let some of them live, right? To like keep spreading the word.
Two.
They let two live?
Two people live.
Two live.
One of them runs the website for Heaven's Gate.
What?
And,
Yeah, he's still alive.
because they cracked an interview with
two
both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still about it? They're still about it?
They're
Yes.
still alive, yeah.
They still love Heaven's Gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to see that person!
Now,
One of them maintains the videos for Heaven's Gate.
now, what's kind of weird is that, like, when I, for my job, we do a lot of shipments to Los Angeles. There's a lot of graffiti that says, like, follow Heaven's Gate still.
Really?
What the hell?
Yeah, there's like someone or some people like still tagging buildings like Heaven's Gate.
Were they not arrested, or was any legal action taken against them?
I don't remember.
Because I don't, like, I guess they could be charged with, like, assisted suicide or something like that. Potentially.
Maybe,
How?
but they're... Because the problem is they're kind of victims themselves.
They are
in that
also
case.
clearly crazy people.
So-
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know the
Ooh,
legality.
how old are they? Like 6,
Yeah.
50. When they like during the interview for crack, they were like 50 or 40.
Fuck, yeah, I don't know, dude. Old.
So I mean, if you arrest them, like what's gonna happen? Like
That's true.
Mhm.
They're just going to make the prison turn into a whole other place where they can spread that
they can spread the
charisma,
word.
that number
Yeah.
20 charisma.
maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Like
Oh my
Who knows?
god. Oh my
you,
god.
you can visit the website too if you still want.
I
Time to
definitely.
Google that shit.
Okay, so back to the start.
Back
Oh,
to the story.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so for Glyph,
Glyph.
I was gonna ask because we talked about before recording about like our interpretation of your work and kind of like what did you think of it compared to like your vision?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, stroke our ego for us. And tell us about-
It was very great.
Yeah.
You guys went for
Yeah.
like, the tape
all I
stuff,
need.
and I was like, oh, that's much more interesting than like
Oh, really?
the radio
You-
stuff.
the-
Because I was thinking radio.
Okay.
You guys went for tape.
Yeah, so my idea... So that was like a spur of the moment thing
Yeah.
that I'd come up with. And Nick, you were here while I was editing that specifically. Was... First of all, I needed a transition to their voice because it came out as real just... It felt like this sound wall as you transition from the narrator right into it because there's so much static going on. So part of me was like, I needed a transition between
Okay.
every time they do this. So I came up with the tape idea because I just like that click noise. But
Yeah.
also, the kind of what I envisioned in my head was, wouldn't it be neat is, because you had told me they talk through a helmet and it sounds like muffled or whatever.
For the administrators?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine them as like vague yet menacing
Okay.
humanoids
Yeah.
that have free eyes or something. And they float around doing robot things, and they are a hive mind. It's just that some
I didn't
of
know
them are it's not like explicit, but some of them are like assigned to people. That's
yeah,
why,
we kind of. That's
yeah.
why kind of the feeling I got. I didn't know about the hive mind thing. No, never mind. I did know about the hive mind thing. That's why they all have one voice in there. Yeah, there you go. It was totally not out of just laziness. But
so that's why, like, when Kayla refers to the administrators, they go they. It's not just like a gender neutral thing, because it is a gender neutral thing, but it's also
The
they as in they are the collective.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's the same thing. Like the best line that I could think of was like, from the bottom, everyone up top looks the same.
Yeah.
And the administrators are literally the top.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, not literally, they're underground.
Yeah.
And there's definitely truth to that, especially in this day and age where we kind of view, quote unquote, Wall Street or like the big rich powerhouses that run this country. Yeah, we all view them as these really rich, tend to be male, and tend to be white. And though most of the time that's not true. Well, most of the time it is true, but
sometimes it isn't.
There's differences, yeah.
Occasionally.
But it's easier to group them all together, especially if you're the one feeling subjugated from that. It's easier to put them all. It's easier to view all cops as just men in blue or like women in blue.
That's because it's easier to be a victim. Because the victim just has to, live through it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
they just have to
perpetrator
exist.
has to live with what they've done. So, that's why it's easier to, like, become a victim or try to,
Easier to become a victim. You don't decide to become a victim.
Yeah, it just happened.
Like, it happens to you.
Yeah, so that's the thing, the mentality, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
But, so, back to the cassette idea.
Yeah.
So, one, I needed a sound transition.
Yeah.
So, what I pictured in my head, the way I justified it was, they had these... I didn't know they were floating, and I viewed them as, like, almost humanoid. They had these buttons on the side that they would press, and that would be the click allowing them to talk.
Oh, that's neat.
And that's, like, data coming out and all that.
Very intercom.
And then, like...
Very intercom.
Yeah, so something like that, and they would press the other side to turn it off.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of what I had in my head as a canon. But mostly it was birthed out of I needed transition pieces.
I mean, it is a sound door, pretty much, so, like, open to next scene.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad you like that, because I did put, like, I really did think about transitioning down.
It's very Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to... There's a version on that voice where it's just super edited to shit. Because I wanted a very specific sound, but I couldn't get it. So I settled on a more simpler version of the radio thing, although I did change a lot of the tone inflection for that. But, yeah, no. Glad you liked it.
I know you guys can't do, like, female voices, but I was also thinking Gladys.
Yeah!
I was thinking Gladys.
I'm working on that problem. A lot.
Falsetto, it doesn't work out all the time.
No, I think I may have a solution to that problem, but I can't announce it on here yet. Until I have
hire
hard.
someone else.
Yeah.
Well, that's
part of the transition.
I do voices too, okay?
That's a very very good idea, Carissa. It's almost as if I have thought about that.
Sponsored.
It's not. I have to get confirmation from someone in order to figure out if we do have access to a female voice.
Yeah.
And they told you about it. I can't get any more specific than that because nothing's set in stone yet.
Everything is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's alright.
I know, and Ian's like yelling at me through the recording, like, fucking female voice. It's like a cat.
My voice doesn't really do much of that. I was grateful that, like, because I wanted to get myself ready, so I looked, thankfully, like, when it's F to M transition, tends to be that the voice sounds pretty close to what my voice sounds like already.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like I was...
Wait, for who, Albert or
terribly for Albert?
Yeah.
Okay.
I felt like I wasn't doing it terribly.
No,
like,
great,
you know.
Yeah.
So like
no, I definitely heard that voice from you before.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
So like I was like, well, this No, I think this sounds natural and right. Yeah. But, no, yeah. Definitely
that
having...
little squeak that's in there.
Yeah. It has that cadence that's probably built up from past experience. It's all about trying to build off of that.
Yeah.
And does it come off as cartoonish? I'm not...
No.
You don't hear that nasaliness word and then the glasses pushing.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was afraid of with that voice. I was like, if he goes too far in a certain direction, I might have to stop him because
I
don't want him to be a caricature.
Right. For sure.
That was like my biggest fear when you were recording that.
But
I didn't like my poster voice. I want to do Dimongo.
I think Dimongo really would have been the key.
Again, you weren't here. He was really fighting.
He was really
a Pulver.
For good.
At one point we were recording, and then he just changed it
to Dimongo. Okay, I guess.
Stop it.
That's when Nick, you have to stop. That first voice is fine.
It's called self-editing.
Yeah.
Oh, commit.
Fucking edit your pieces, Nick. God damn it.
Yeah, the voices were great.
Wonderful.
Oh, thanks.
Especially the post.
I nailed it. I did it.
Well, that's all the time we have.
Yeah. Because, like, for Albert, I was thinking of Kevin from Welcome to Night Vale.
Oh!
So, like, that's sort of...
very, very high and
happy. It's definitely male.
Yeah.
And it's definitely happy, but, like, happy-go-lucky, but, like, shit happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thin sheet of happy over this just
it's not
despair.
Even a sheet, it's just plastic wrap.
It's a plastic wrap suffocating the sadness underneath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's like here's a hint of sadness, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. What if I crushed the sad? No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Push it down.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's science. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, a whole bunch of the characterizations are just like banter between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always Kayla trying to do something and Albert going, "No, Kayla, don't stop, don't go."
Kayla, do, and then she sang herself. Yeah.
Kayla, don't smash. Kayla, smash.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of my favorite ways to do characterization when writing a story. Is just having two characters interact and play off each other. I think it's one of the more... It definitely, for me, works visually, but also in the sense of reading dialogue. Just seeing that. To get... Because in my head, the way to really, truly understand someone is to see how they react to something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even in real life, to see how they face, I don't know, a problem or something bad happening in their life. I don't know about everyday interactions because people tend to put on like a persona of some sort, depending on who it is. But I think on story it definitely works, and so no, I think your whole going about characterizing it just by them playing off each other, I think it totally worked. So yeah,
banter is the way to go.
Banter is the way to go. I love that banter.
Any other questions? Because we are drawing close to a time.
Gosh,
will
you? Will you please continue to? Do you think you could? Oh, here is a good question. I complimented myself.
That's a statement, but continue.
I have a fantastic question. I just thought about it.
Do you think that you'd be interested in doing anything more with the characters or reality that you've set up with this?
I think I might, because I'm trying to like continue with Albert. Because Kayla just does her thing. But Albert, it's just more... there's more to him than meets the eye, or meets the story, meets the voice.
Albert's definitely more complicated than Kayla.
Because like, you definitely know for sure that the administrators are not trustworthy. Even though they seem trustworthy, they're not.
I
might continue that.
Neat. That'd be neat.
Cool.
Start
if
digging.
you ever have a sequel to it, you can put it on here.
Hey, featured
you have
artist.
another episode.
Yeah. But what did you think of the computer terminal? Because I was like, is that what you had in mind?
I was thinking.
Nick, it was good. Okay, you don't have to
It
keep
was great.
drinking it.
It was great. Stop stroking it. I was still thinking of like the same voice for the administrators, so
Okay.
or at least very similar.
Okay.
Mm.
It's like, welcome to Terminal Link.
Yeah.
So like in
Yeah.
Mass Effect, Elvira. Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can see
That-
that.
It's like, you're creepy, but okay.
Yeah,
Stop
when you-
flickering.
Yeah, I originally pictured it. I think maybe because, again, I was picturing the administrators as more humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my head, of course, the computer thing would be different.
Right.
That's why I asked Nick to come up with the voice.
Mm.
But,
But it was great, yeah.
interesting.
Because they're all abandoned, and they should be occupied.
Right.
Yeah.
So...
Are you familiar with the AI from the Hitchhiker's Guide stories?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I am. I just wanted to.
Sure.
It's been a while since I've read the 6-part trilogy, but...
Yes, the
7 now.
7.
7 now. Yeah, you're
Ian
right.
Colfer.
Yeah. Ian Colfer.
I have it.
Ian Colfer. He should keep writing. I loved his Artemis Fowl series. He should just keep going.
I've never read Artemis Fowl. I
never got into it. Like, I knew about it.
Hmm.
As a...
It's like fantasy or is it science fiction?
It's fantasy sci-fi. It's a whole bunch of banter, so like...
I love
Okay.
some banter.
Something about that story kind of has influence in mine.
Yeah.
But there's no magic. Well, there is magic in Artemis Fowl.
Right.
So
See, no one read Pendragon.
I love it.
Oh my god, thank you! Okay, because no one has ever said they've actually read Pendragon.
I remember it as a vague memory.
Okay,
That's
But
why-
like, I just remember there was like a sword and random dimensions.
yeah, there's
and-
different dimensions, and Earth has like 3 because there's 3 periods in history that could change.
Okay.
And I'm like, and then there's one where it's just Battle Planet, where all they do is games, and they fight to the death, and the whole society is built upon betting. You're like betting on how players do in certain games,
Okay.
literally to the point of death. There's a Matrix world.
There's an underwater world, I think.
There's a really fucking cool underwater world. Then there's an island world that has a mech that you don't know it's a mech. But it's a mech. And I don't know about that ending though. I still think about
I lost track like after the 10th book because it started like I was borrowing the books from the library and people just started
that's how I did it
taking
too.
it, and I'm like, it's been so long, I don't remember what happened in the first book, so I went back and I'm like, I already read this stuff, what the hell?
See, I was renting it from a library too, and I actually read them out of order because I didn't know they were part of a series. I read book 4, the first one, which is the underwater one, first, and then I didn't fucking
You're like,
know what was going on. And then, but I was able to catch on, I guess. I'm like, oh, I guess there's some sort of wow, this guy is doing a bad job of establishing who these characters are. So it's like, he expects me to know who they are. And,
Yeah.
I don't know about that ending, though.
I felt that way about Dark Tower. It was a
Oh,
good.
yeah.
It was a good run, and then
I gotta finish it, man.
that
How many
ending.
books are there? Like 5?
It's 7,
7?
So,
and then he wrote 4.5.
Oh my god.
yeah, I was about to say, I'm picturing the number 8, but, like, I don't.
Yeah.
He's just trying to go for like the Roland, like, is happy
Uku
at the
Haku.
end.
Oh well, that's
But
not gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen.
It can't happen.
I'm just hoping for that because it's Stephen King and he always like flubs an ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can't write zombies, but he can do Dark Tower.
I mean, I'm very excited for the movie that's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Killing it.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey as the embodiment of all evil, I believe.
Yeah, I
Yes.
could do that.
Yeah.
I could live
Yes.
The law says you cannot touch. But I guess you get a lot of lawbreakers here.
with that. Matthew
Oh,
McConaughey.
what's
Mike.
crazy is I for like first 5 seconds was like, when did Randall Flagg say that? When did the Antichrist?
Magic Mike.
It was Magic Mike.
Magic Mike.
Yeah.
So the same guy who plays the embodiment of all evil
Is
a
also-
stripper.
But he wasn't in the sequel.
No.
He's also a bug in Kubel.
Oh
Yes.
That's right.
I like Kubel. I cried.
It was a good.
It was
I
good.
ugly cried. It was that great. It was that great.
like that where
Not
your
so
whole,
stop
your whole body contorts like as you. So I've had that happen. I love Kubo Man, but I still think I like Paranorman just a little bit more from that studio.
Yeah, same.
But part of me knows there's a bias because I connect a lot with Norman in that movie. Like his love of horror movies as a young kid, especially really shitty. Like
terrible, yeah.
And plus, I think that ending to Paranorman is by far their best one.
It's a great ending.
It's a Silent Hill-esque embodiment of an idea, like of manifest it, and I think it's fucking dope. But anyway, I didn't like that ending of Pendragon. I thought
Back to the books.
it just seemed so rushed. I thought he jumped a lot of whatever. It's fine. Like
Pull
I'm not gonna
a Philip Pullman and just make your Jesus alternate history.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Or you can make a JoJo where Jesus is part of history.
Yeah.
It's super important to the plot.
Oh yeah,
Make Jesus Elvis. That's the thing.
Yeah, in part 7, Jesus.
Finally. Make Jesus.
God, when are you gonna read JoJo?
I'm gonna do it. I promise.
Because you know the villain.
Because Jesus is like a huge part.
Part of the plot?
Well, in
Not just part of the plot, Ian.
And every time he's like
Part of
introduced,
the lore.
every time he's introduced, you just go, "Hey, sis."
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, we told you before about part 7. Funny, the president of the United States. Valentine.
Yeah.
He has the American flag scar
On
his
his
back.
back.
He's the villain.
He's the villain.
He's the villain, and he just shoots at stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and his whole shtick is that he tries to find the remains of Jesus Christ and use the power to make America the greatest country in the world.
That's
That-
some commentary, right?
So you've heard of stands?
Yeah, in the 90s.
In the
They're like- they all
it
come-
was nice.
The power of stands. You're ready for this.
Right.
All come from Jesus.
What?
Yeah.
His body parts are what give people power
What?
to have stands in JoJo's Bizarre
Wait, what does
Adventure.
this mean for Catholics then?
It means that
It
they
means
can have
that they're
They're
fucked
always
because
powerful.
Catholics don't exist in the JoJo's.
There are no Catholics.
What was Jesus' stand? Who did he summon?
No, he was just magic the whole time.
Yeah. No, that's the thing.
He is
We
the
don't know
magical
what
girl.
Jesus' power is because people want to bring all the parts together
Like
because then it
Zodiac.
would
You
turn it to the
together.
ultimate
He
being.
is a Zodi.
You got Jesus' leg, and it's like,
He
It's just a whole egg.
So everything you know about
It's just a
JoJo,
left
Ian.
yeah.
is now put through the prism of Jesus' power.
Yeah.
Oh,
This has
man.
revealed 7 parts into the series.
Yeah.
I gotta really think about this.
He's.
It's that same time where your protagonist is a paraplegic horseback rider.
What is happening?
And he shoots fingers.
Oh,
he shoots his fingernails.
there's a race going on to race around the world.
Yeah, like he shoots.
Okay.
And the winner
Yeah.
gets their wishes granted, and it's a distorted world where they all have stands, by the way, and they ride these horses. And you just go through and try to win the race.
God damn it.
Again, okay, the president of the United States wants to collect all the bodies of Jesus.
Sure.
All the bodies.
All the bodies,
bodies.
all the remains.
Part 6
Part 6
takes place in a prison.
in prison.
And the antagonist there is a warden who's a preacher. Yeah, who worships one of the antagonists from the previous parts. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They fight in an airplane gets underground at
What?
some point.
Yeah.
So it's Con Air. It's like
Little
Con
bit.
Air.
Like Con Air. It's more instant. Think Con Air more instantaneous.
Yeah.
Okay.
that face of defeat. So read JoJo.
This is beyond Kristen Bell sloth.
This
Yeah.
is. I don't even know what's
What's the
happening.
lights up
anymore.
of your face?
Okay, I can feel it. So what are we all looking forward to? What's all coming up before we end this?
Better Call Saul, for me.
Fucking great, Nick.
and
What do
season
you?
3.
No.
That's season 3. Like that, and Titanfall 2, and looking forward to catching up on the E3 conferences, all the announcements.
Yes, shit. Okay, I didn't talk about Devolver Digital. E3 press conference.
It's amazing.
Devolver Digital wins E3 for now and for forever.
Oh, good.
Just based on this one
You would
conference they
like
had.
it.
15 minutes. Ian, do yourself a fucking favor and watch that thing because I know you will love it.
All right. Revolver Digitals.
Devolver Digital.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is it plays off like a Wham City comedy sketch.
Oh my God! Yes.
Okay.
Did they start their own religion?
Well, hang on. You should just watch.
Oh my God!
I'm not gonna say anything more.
I'm so excited.
It's a great breakdown of just video game culture, and the jokes are on point. Like they win. They did it. There's never gonna be a better E3 conference unless they themselves do it again.
That's
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so fucking brilliant. Okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna because the more I say about it, the more it ruins that thing. So
yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for me since that's all I'm gonna be focusing on. It's just a lot of cover for E3.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe me and you will do something on E3 because I know me and you are more caught up with that. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you?
I'm looking forward to. I follow some of the actors on their social media. I found out that a series of unfortunate events started filming season 2.
Oh my god!
I did hear about that.
I'm very excited.
Is that the one with Neil Patrick?
It's with NPH. Yeah.
Oh, that was really good.
And they've got. They just announced the new cast who's going to be coming in. Tony Hale from Arrested Development's going to be in it.
Oh, wow.
They've got. Oh golly, I'm blanking on some of their names. Not Diego Luna. I was very disappointed, but no, there's going to be not Diego Luna, but there's going to be a
Kevin Sorbo.
Yes. Yeah. There's going to be a handful of other really great actors who are going to be coming on. They started filming like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So they should be in editing by the time it's August, I think. And it should be in my eyes by Halloween, I think. They're actually probably going to be able to turn it around.
That's when the new Stranger Things is supposed to come out, too, I think.
And I think that they're only going to release on Friday the 13th. And the next Friday the 13th is October 13th.
Fuck, it is? Okay, that's awesome.
If they can...
It's like a double holiday.
That's strategic.
I don't know if they'll be able to do it that fast. That'll be a quick turnaround, I think. But if they could, that'd be amazing.
I think the new Friday the 13th game is supposed to come out that day, too.
It's a lot coming on. Coming out.
The new Friday the 13th game looks fucking great. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Is it?
You play as Jason, and you play with friends who are just campers running away.
Yes, I have seen that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks fucking great.
It looks pretty cool.
Anything else?
So I'm excited about that. I want to see everything they're going to do. What else am I excited about? I'm excited to see the end of American Gods Season 1.
Yeah, and I'll be on that. I'll get on that. That way we can do a spoiler cast.
Because I do know this isn't because the scene they're going to finally do the scene from the book. I was really excited. I was talking about Ashtar is going to be in it.
Okay.
Very excited. What else am I excited about? The end of Twin Peaks is going to be rounding up. They're on episode 6 this coming Sunday, and it's only 9 episodes.
Okay.
So
it might round up by the time we do our next episode, but
maybe
we'll see. Actually, probably not. But
he's taking his time.
Yeah,
taking his time.
I'm okay with that.
And I'm looking forward to. I'm a dirt person, and I signed one of those petitions so that Netflix would know I really want Sense8 to come back because I'm mad and I want fucking Sense8 on TV. So sign this petition. I want to see that show back. I want 6 seasons. 6
10 seasons. Double the ones that are already.
I want this to be serialized like The Simpsons. And
yeah, I want
30 episodes every year.
I want the show on so long I get bored. That's how long.
I want it to become the next Doctor Who.
No, I want it to be on for so long. I love it. Get bored with it. Come back like 5 to 10 years later, and it's still going, and fall in love with it again.
I think that's. I want to fall in love with this like my high school sweetheart. That exact thing you just said.
Yeah.
But I want it to be more than just a one-night fling that ends up.
Oh no, I want to.
This is all about platonic relationships, not romantic.
Absolutely.
That's okay.
Anyway.
Can I just say?
Oh, there was nothing romantic about ours. So
I tuned out for a long time because Doctor Who did take a huge nosedive. Stephen. Yeah, let's not pretend.
Stephen. Okay.
What's crazy? I punished myself by watching it. Season 10 is actually good again. It's actually.
I lost track of which episode I was on, and I'm like somewhere in the middle of 10 or 11.
Oh,
the Doctor.
The Doctor.
The Doctors. Yeah.
watch the first season of 11, Dr. 11, and then just come back to season 10. It's fine.
Just skip the entire thing.
Yeah, skip it.
Nobody needs to know about Clara.
Yeah, they miss so many You know what? We're wrapping up. I can't have this discussion.
10 hours later, we're still talking about Doctor Who.
That's
why there's Comic-Cons.
Yeah, so what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Black Panther. Maybe.
Yes.
March 2018. March 2018.
Yeah.
Or is it February or March? Well,
maybe it's March.
March.
Wouldn't it be better if it's in February since that's like Black History Month?
Yeah.
2 months of Black History. Black Future and then Black History.
Make the entire year Black History.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for Winona Earp, the second season, to be done and put onto Netflix.
Did they renew that show?
I think it was yesterday or today that they had the first episode.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. If you want campier version of Supernatural, watch Winona Earp. It's Canadian.
Okay.
So think Buffy, but with more guns, and the lesbians don't get killed.
We need all the lesbians.
We love them. We love them.
Yes. So yeah, I'm looking at you, the 100.
Yeah, the 100. Oh my God.
Not enough lesbians.
Not new. I've said that about so many shows. The new companion on Doctor Who's anyway.
Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we're not talking about Doctor Who.
Make it gay, you cowards.
We're not talking about Ian's obsession with lesbian.
I mean, we don't have
to. You want to watch Bible Black? There's plenty of.
We're not. I'm immediately regretting saying yes to that.
I don't even know why you brought it up. Again,
why you brought it up?
You created your own trap and then walked right into it.
I did do
Just
that.
like you ain't gotten shame. Let's do it.
That's your problem. You thought Nick would say no.
I really thought he would say no to. Let me think about the most nebulous movie I can think of.
You don't know how much Nick wants this.
God damn it.
I might just rewatch Hannibal series.
I'm gonna watch it.
Not the show, the movies.
Oh, the movies?
So I'm gonna skip Manhunter.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna skip Manhunter because that doesn't exist in my world. And see how much of the book and the movies correlate.
The two.
Because it should.
Silence of the Lambs and Red Dragon are pretty on the
line. Those are the only two I'd argue.
Hannibal was kind of weird though.
Hannibal got weird.
I don't think it weird.
They did that. Well, they did the.
I've watched the movies. I'm gonna rewatch them.
Well,
I have the books.
Because Thomas Harris, that's his name, the author's name.
Mm-hmm.
He got a bug about he liked Silence of the Lambs the movie so much that when he wrote Hannibal, he was like, they should be fucking. And and it feels really weird.
Yeah,
because
that's why I like the movie more.
Yeah,
because it was just
Alien 3.
Because the end of the book,
it was forced.
Don't bring it up.
God damn.
I was like, man, they're not gonna realize that joke.
No, it took me a minute, and it. What?
Oh my God.
Because the end of the book, they
fucking Alien 3.
Starling,
Sigourney Weaver and the alien.
Yeah, keep it going.
Starling runs away with him.
You know, the alien was supposed to be more human.
Yeah, and the book was weird.
Yeah, the book got weird.
I didn't like that version.
But
and then she gives birth to that weird.
Yeah, they're in Mexico,
and that is why Prometheus was a movie.
Oh my God!
Did you see the new Alien? I was about to ask him, was he coming in? Because I'm not gonna.
I'm not interested, honestly.
I saw the guy from Shame in it, and I was like, "Good luck, man."
Mm-hmm.
Michael Fassbender. That's his name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Michael Fassbender would be the reason I would actually watch something, but
is it Michael or David? Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender. Yeah. Also, Dr. Doom and
he is.
Fantastic Four.
He is also that. If you've never seen Shame, is he? No, he's not. Oh yeah, he's young Magneto.
He's young Magneto now.
Yes,
he's two Marvel villains in the Sony Ukuhaku.
Shame's pretty good though. It's not a superhero movie, but it's pretty good with Michael Fassbender.
Okay.
I'm not gonna watch Covenant. I've heard.
It's just like watching Orphan Black for Tatiana Maslany.
Oh my God, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But This is great for
Yeah,
the
for
audio.
our audience, just all these facial expressions.
All these expressions I'm making.
This is like a face journey right here.
This is no face
Hey,
journey.
we'll get
face
a,
journeys.
We'll get a face cam and we'll just capture your reactions. That'll be our videos. We'll make way more money than the $0 I'm making.
Especially with YouTube's monetary mess.
Oh yeah,
Oh man,
it's fucked.
it's
A lot of people are going on to VidMe now.
Yeah,
I've actually been looking into it, like lately. I don't know. That's for future Storyteller cast to decide.
I know there is a big rigmarole about like demonetization and how they monetize. Yeah, it's a
No, it's. I'm not going to go into it now because then we could literally be here forever as I go through like all the legality of it. But
In Article 1.
in Article 1, yeah. So anything else you're looking forward to, or
This summer.
Same.
Yeah.
To be over, because I can't handle heat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm more
As
of a
I
winter
wear
guy.
like layers.
That's all good. Yeah, no, I'm more of a winter person like myself.
Miserable.
I don't. Yeah.
Barren.
I relate a lot to the character Old Man Winter, like way more than I think I should. Especially as a kid, I was. No,
Oh, I get it. No, I
I
get
can see it.
Is it the beard?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. So what am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to. I want to be near Automata. Really do. Really. I want to talk philosophy with someone near Automata, like all the shit that comes up.
Okay.
So watch that.
Good.
Finish the watch for Persona 5. Philosophy in games, people.
Yeah.
You can do it. Gonna watch Hannibal. Let's see. There's a bunch of shows. I gotta watch season 2 of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh yeah.
Because I did just do Master of None and I did just do F is for Family. Sarah Silverman has a new stand-up that I completely missed, so I'm gonna check that out. Along with Lucas Bros.
Oh, it's such a on drugs is such a
Yeah,
good
everyone's
hour.
telling me. Everyone's fucking like. I'm gonna get to it. What else? Just a bunch of fucking games. Eventually, I'm gonna have to beat Yakuza 0. There's so much fucking media that I have to consume.
There's too many games.
There's too. Boy, what a fucking problem I have.
Consumption culture.
I
What
know.
is this?
Ah,
I am but a mere simpleton.
I mean, I just finished Downton Abbey, and it was such a good. It's such a good time, everyone.
I have to watch Dorohedoro.
Yeah.
Read it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The guy who the first time I got recommended that was the guy who wrote Kill 6 Million Demons, and everyone heard me basically orgasm over that comic on air.
No, I was there.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
Did you read it? I showed you
6
the
billion.
pages.
You showed me the pages. Where can I get it? It's
You
just
can get
free
it
online.
You can get it for free online. You can buy the volume off of Amazon,
Like
either
$12.
hard copy or on
okay.
through Comixology.
Okay.
Comixology, I think it's even less. I think it's $8 for that first volume. It's fucking brilliant, man. Like, it's so good.
It's that, and I gotta get up with Jesus' parts and all that.
Yes,
Yeah,
and JoJo,
Doro,
and then Dorohedoro. I gotta fucking watch. I want to check out this new anime called Recreators, because it was from this YouTube guy named Mother's Basement. He was talking about it, and once he told me the premise of that show, I was actually sold on it. What it is, it's about writing.
Oh.
And it's what happens if writers' characters come to life into the show. And it's first of the fun level of this is you get to see basically real tropey characters in this, specifically for Japan. So you have like the magical girl, you have the fantasy like warrior girl from stuff like in ReZero. You have a bunch of these other. There's like I think there's a Bancho guy that's really cool, and all these fucking characters are just tropes that come out through a world, and they have to deal with real world problems. Like the magical girl, she does her basically magic, but it's actually killing people. Like one of her biggest character points is you see her reacting to blood, because blood doesn't exist on her show,
Right.
and it's her first time seeing. She has no concept of what this thing is
Right.
in people, because it just never comes up.
Oh, that's really cool.
In her story, yeah. And then you get cool interactions with them meeting their creators, or them dealing. So it's basically like, what if someone met what is basically their god?
Yeah.
And finding out they're a real person, or and the reason characters act certain ways, like why do they feel like they're only 2-dimensional compared to people who have all these issues going on?
Right.
And one of the characters, like their creator's dead because they were the creator of a video game she's from, and she plays the game that she's in.
Oh, wow.
As an outside perspective. Yeah, it's all these like real fucking fascinating like concept explorations that like really has me interested. So I want to check that out. And eventually I gotta watch Little Witch Academia. Because that's motherfucking Trigger. And I ain't gonna miss no motherfucking...
Yeah, and you finished Goodnight Pun Pun.
Volume 2.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I don't want to talk about more until I read more of it.
I know, right?
All I'm going to say is that uncle I relate far too much with.
It hurts, huh?
That doesn't sound great out of context.
Yeah, out of context sounds really bad. But there's a line in there specifically. He basically finds out in his past. He talks about this big event that fucking happens in his past. And how it ends up with someone basically getting super hurt and betrayal and all this stuff. And he visits the hometown where that took place in. And he finds out everything's fine. Everything worked out.
Oh.
Because he was gone. It was only his presence that had like brought all this up.
Wow.
And
That's
he
dark.
deals with this idea that this one defining moment in his life actually wasn't a big deal. And to everyone else, it just made them either get better or move on with their lives.
Wow.
So there's this shot of him where he's just, I have nothing else to hang on to if I don't have this shitty situation. And that, oh dude, I had to put the book down when I saw that, because that hit way too close to home. Like, ooh. That book fucking knows what it's talking about. So
you see why I always have such a hard time describing it, because it's so much.
And that's one character. That's not even, and it's a subplot. It's not a main.
Yeah.
It's good. Everyone go read it. Okay. I think that's all I can think of. So.
All right.
Cool.
All in all, read American Gods.
Yes.
Oh
my God,
everyone go read it.
Go read anything Neil Gaiman's ever touched.
And we did the fucking
Yeah.
whole episode on Neil Gaiman's new book. Like,
Even the panda books, I don't...
especially the panda book.
Especially those.
Especially the pandas.
Oh, and if you like, do you think people might like his wife's music? Because it's actually
I
not
love
bad.
his wife's music.
Mhm.
I mean, Amanda Palmer is
She's great.
fucking genius.
I
I
saw-
saw fucking Palmer. Yeah.
I saw the
Yeah.
TEDx talk. She told the whole story of how she used to be a street art, like a
Art of
statue. Yeah.
Asking.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was fucking. That was really funny. And then he's like, "Oh, I hope I didn't keep you waiting for very long." So, no, it's fine.
Yeah, so anything you got to plug, Carissa? Where can people find you? If you want them to find you.
Me.
Yeah.
Don't stalk me physically, because I can't fight you off.
Well, not that. Maybe you get like...
I'll engage in fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Uh,
See, what you guys don't see is Carissa's like packing heat, and she's not talking
I'm,
about it.
like,
She's been
super
waving
off.
this gun the entire time. We're all feeling very awkward.
It's not my chair. That's the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clicking noise.
No, it's just my wrists, because I don't have it. Twitter?
Okay,
Call me
Twitter, what's your
Applespot?
channel? Call me Apple Spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
You can find me through other means, but that involves clicking for links and like.
Yeah, and then stuff becomes really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
get you.
Oh no, internet, social media.
That's fine. I didn't have any real presence until this fucking thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
always on the internet, so.
Yeah.
Shoot me like a DM and I'll probably block you.
Tight.
Yeah.
Tight.
That's how it works.
All right, I'll let you know.
Yeah, probably is like 20% chance.
Yeah.
maybe.
Someone's just gonna block me on like
I
through
was like,
DM.
I'll add you on as a friend if you write block me.
How dare you? Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
No one tells me what
How
to do.
dare you harass me with invitations to become friends?
Hi, are you fucking harassing me? Is that
I will be that one lady in the supermarket
Oh, I
harassing a cashier.
That's amazing.
Quick question. Who do you think you are? Follow up. How dare you?
And also, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't have any power. Do you not realize I am in an entry-level position? I only just work here. I'm sorry, I don't speak English. I've used that. It's hilarious.
Could you say that in English or?
I said that in English.
Okay.
It's okay. I've done the thing where I said, "Oh, no sé, no sé," and like just wave it off and like that.
Pero no
In
hablo
like
See,
Spanish.
I need some basic Spanish so I can do that because I've just
No sé.
I keep doing weird.
No sé literally
European.
means I don't know.
No sé, no sé.
The entire time. I do that even when I talk to my family. I don't want to talk to them.
I tried
Oh,
doing
you
that.
know sé.
I tried doing that with
He does
some
it all the
guy
time.
who was hanging out in front of the post office, but I tried to do like, it's like some weird German thing, which didn't play at all.
Yeah.
Slowly dissolves into Italian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, vampire. Puro una manzana.
All right, we're done.
Yeah,
Thanks for
that's
super
it.
enjoying it. Woo!
Yeah.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I might steal this format, but okay.
Yeah, that was terrible.
On a cold winter morning, in the time before the light, in flames of death's eternal rain, we ride towards the fight. When the darkness is falling down, and the times are tough, alright, the sound of evil laughter falls around the world tonight. Fighting high, fighting on for the steel, through the wastelands evermore. The scattered souls will feel the hell, bodies wasted on the shores. On the blackest lanes in hell's domain, we watch them as they go. In fire and pain, now once again we know. So now we fly ever free. We're free before the thunderstorm. On towards the wilderness, our quest carries on. Far beyond the sundown, far beyond the moonlight, deep inside our hearts and all our souls. So far away, we wait for the day, yeah. For the life so wasted and gone. We feel the pain of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days. Through the fire and the flames we carry on. As the red day is dawning and the lightning cracks the sky, they'll raise their hands to the heavens above with resentment in their eyes. Running back through the mid-morning light, there's a burning in my heart. We're banished from a time in a fallen land to a life beyond the stars. In your darkest dreams, see to believe our destiny this time. And endlessly, we'll all be free tonight. And on the wings of a dream, so far beyond reality, all alone in desperation, now the time has gone. Lost inside, you'll never find. Lost within my own mind. Day after day, this misery must go on. So far away, we wait for
Hey, thanks for listening. Remember, if you got a story, send it to storytellercast@gmail.com. That's storytellercast, cast with an S at the end, at gmail.com.